throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Parker. Picked off by Xavier Howard. Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown!
That's hard work.
Did it again. What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one. Tonight we're gonna be doing something a little special. It's gonna be the first of at least a 5-part series. We're gonna start off with Jaylen Waddle tonight. Next week we're gonna get into Jalen Phillips. We're gonna get into Javon Holland. We're going to get into Liam Eichenberg. And then, of course, we're going to get into Hunter Long. We're going to do at least those guys. And we may go even deeper if I can dig up some stuff on Coleman and Dokes, because what I have on them is actually quite limited in terms of all 22 broadcasts. I have a tons of, but I'm not trying to get hit. I'm not trying to get hit with get demonetized by YouTube for using that stuff, man. What's up, everyone? What's up, Cap? What's up, Martina? What's up, Dawn? How you doing? Hope everyone's having a good night. Chef Jew, excuse me, bless me. Hold on. Tilly, Mac, Timothy, Way01, RJ, appreciate the kind comments, bro. Samuel, red comment. Chad, Finboy for life. Soapo, Irving, Jonathan, red comment. Florida born, Kentucky grown. Go to Valoa. Shout out to everyone already popping up in the comment section and showing love. DF, appreciate the kind comments, my dude. Barry, Elijah Scott, Rock Rhymes, Jason, Larry, Omar, appreciate each and every one of you for showing up. What's going on, Samuel? Left Hand Magic Sosa, Corn 72, Tekdra, Paradise Found. Some of y'all names are crazy. Yoduus, Jalanka, appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for spending some of your Friday night with me. After what's good, George? What's good? Last name, David. After I do this, I'm gonna open it up, and I'll open it up for people to come up and on here and give their. Hey, do I watch other sports? Yes, I'm a massive Penguins fan, and the playoffs are about to start. So, you like, what's up, Stetson Ty? How you doing? Your boy Mike, how you doing? Like, there's literally times where you'll never know it, but I have a screen here, obviously like a TV, like right here, and I'll be watching the Penguins play. I just have it muted while I'm live with you guys. So, Kane Goat, how you doing, man? G Firm, how you doing? Nick, Jameson, how you guys doing tonight? So yeah, Justo, how you doing too? We're gonna get into Jaylen Waddle, but oh, thanks, Eudotus, appreciate you, man. What up, Jeff Stoudemire? Appreciate it. Edward, how you doing? So basically, I want to go over the McCourty signing quickly. Then, as you guys know, the numbers got officially released. What up, Ricketick? Some of the numbers got officially released, and it looks like those leaks were right on. What up, Justice Curry? It looks like some of them were right dead on. So we'll go over that. And then I got a chart I want to show you, which is kind of funny for all the Rosen lovers. And then we'll go ahead. We'll get into Jaylen Waddle. And then after Waddle, I will open it up for you guys. And I want to hear your thoughts on not only Jaylen Waddle, but I want to hear your thoughts on what your expectations are for Jaylen Waddle in year one. So we got a little bit to go over here. So let's start off with the Jason McCourty signing, because I didn't go live about it yesterday because it's Jason McCourty, bro. It's not we're not out here signing a world beater. So, as people know, yesterday around 5:50, the Dolphins signed Jason McCourty, the 12-year veteran. It says here heads for union with Brian Flores. So my whole take on Jason McCourty is, if you've actually looked at his snap counts and where he's been, Jason McCourty over the past couple of years has been getting more and more acclimated to being a safety. Last year was the most snaps he ever had at the safety position, which was only 46. But the year before he had 20 something, et cetera, et cetera. Like, it's gotten more and more each year over the last 3 years, I want to say. But he's mainly a boundary guy. Now, if the plan for him is to stay at the boundary, then you can make the argument that we have probably one of the deepest corner rooms in the NFL. I mean, you got X, you got Byron. They went out and got Coleman. You got Noah Benogany. You got McCourty. Like, you got Nick Needham, right? So, I mean, you got to ask yourself, is a guy like Jamal Perry not making it out of camp with the Dolphins? Because that's a real possibility that Jamal Perry might be on his way out. I know a lot of people are speculating there may be a trade. I think if an X trade was going to happen, it probably would have happened prior to or during the draft. I don't think he would have been. I don't think they're going to trade him after the fact. Certainly not trading Byron Jones. Now, as far as the safety position right now, because obviously Bobby McCain is no longer Miami Dolphins, so you got to put up with the fact that, is Nick Needham, is something me and EM have been talking about for over a year now, going to happen? Is Needham going to see a conversion to safety? Is McCourty the idea, because he knows Flores' scheme so well, has an understanding of it? It's really interesting, but I'd be kind of weary of playing a guy like McCourty at safety. I just don't think he has the athleticism, the sideline to sidelines speed. When he flips his hips, I don't know if he's not a ball hawk. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it works out. I look at him right now until I hear differently that he's probably going to be nothing more than a depth piece. So we'll see how it works out. Barry Jackson had a little piece on the whole signing yesterday too. And this is what Barry Jackson had to say in regards to it. So it said, hours after releasing Bobby Kane, the Dolphins added a veteran safety cornerback on Thursday, signing veteran Jason McCourty to a 1-year deal. McCourty wasn't specifically told if he'll be used as a safety or cornerback. And you'll notice when they announced the signing, they listed him as a DB. They didn't say cornerback. They didn't say safety. They just listed him as a defensive back. So it says here the expectation is he can help out at both. Most of McCourty's NFL experience has come at cornerback, but he has worked some safety last season. If he plays safety, this is where I don't agree with. He would compete with rookie Javon Holland and Brandon Jones to start opposite Eric Rowe. I do not see Brandon Jones as a single high guy. I think he's more of that box safety. He plays that hybrid safety linebacker. He can play the rover role. I don't see Brandon Jones being athletic enough to play the single high. I just don't. It goes on to hear that, Noah Benogany, because he was a number 3 cornerback last year, that McCourty might compete for the backup job. Now, there's something here that I wanted to, let me just get to it here. The Dolphins made a signing yesterday. It says during recent years, NFL teams signed several college basketball players who didn't play any college football, including former Miami Hurricanes basketball player Eric Swoop. And now the Dolphins are doing the same, signing North Carolina Central basketball player Jabri Blount the son of Pro Football Hall of Fame cornerback Mel Blount. The Dolphins announced he will play tight end. Jabri Blount, who's 6'7", 230 pounds, played only basketball in college, averaging 15.2 points, etc., etc. Now, here's my issue with this. First of all, did we really need another tight end added to the room, considering we already have a bunch of, we already have the Chris Myrick project going on right now. What are we doing here? Yeah, he's 6'7", but he's, from when I dug even deeper, he's never even played organized football. Like, you're nothing wasting. This is wasting a roster spot. You know what I mean? We signed the UDFA out of Alabama, who is who can play fullback and tight end. What are we doing here? Why are we just wasting roster spots on development? Like, I don't even want to call him a developmental guy. We got Carl Tucker as a UDFA. We drafted Hunter Long. We already had Smythe, Shaheen, Gesicki, and Chris Myrick. We're at 7 tight ends right now. And one's purely a developmental guy. Like, I was joking when I said we were going to run 16-man personnel, but maybe these guys aren't. So, even at the fact, I know how many you can carry, Corn. My issue is, why are you wasting a spot with a guy like this? What are we expecting this guy? The guy doesn't have. Oh, yeah, and Ethan Carter. Good call. So we got 8 technically that can play tight end. Good call, Mac. What's going on here? Like, it's getting a little ridiculous now, man. I don't get it. I mean, the guy's going to be a practice squad body. At best. He doesn't even have a route tree. Like, I just don't know why you're even wasting your time with this. Like this, I said to EM yesterday when we spoke on the phone. This purely feels like, hey, Mel, we'll do a favor for you. What's your son up to? Like, this literally just feels like they're doing a favor for Mel Blount. That's all it feels like to me. I mean, hey, all the power to you. Take care of each other. Good for y'all. But that's the issue of that. I don't know, man. I just don't really see it. I don't see it as being a useful signing. I see it being as a waste of space. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Another interesting thing too, though, I wanted to go out here and say, going back to Josh Rosen's draft class right now, when you go back to that draft class, it had a lot of good players, right? That 2018 NFL draft class. Here's something crazy that I want all of y'all to see. That draft class has been so successful that 17 of the top 18 picks have actually had their 5th-year option renewed. In fact, Josh Rosen is the only one, when you look at that list right here, who did not have his 5th-year option picked up. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you're a bust. I don't know. But I thought that was really interesting. Like, you don't see that too often, but I used to get so much pushback. On my evaluation of Josh Rosen, and now it gets worse and worse for the kid. So it is what it is. I mean, it's not like he's hurting for money, right? It comes from a rich family. So I just thought that was kind of hilarious for all the people that wasted their time arguing Josh Rosen for me. He is now the only one out of the top 18 picks in the 2018 draft who did not have his 5th-year option picked up. So I thought that was kind of funny, man. I had a little chuckle to myself. Yeah, Ty, Antonio Gates went undrafted, but he played football in college, right? Like, he actually played it. This guy didn't play nothing. So I just don't think you're going to get anything out of him. I think they're wasting everyone's time involved. But hey, not my team. You know what I mean? Not my team. My team I root for, but I don't run it because if I run it, ain't doing moves like that. So we're gonna give it about another. I'll give it another 5 minutes, and then we'll get into the Jaylen Waddle stuff. See, I don't agree with this. He never had a fair shake. He started like 13 games in Arizona, and even if your O-line is shit, you're gonna flash. He had David Johnson, he had Larry Fitzgerald and receivers. So you're gonna flash. You're gonna show why you were drafted so high. I've been telling everyone, Josh Rosen never been the same since he had shoulder surgery in UCLA. Lost zip on the ball, but still had the bad habit of I have a strong arm, I can fit it into any window. So we'll give it another 4 minutes, and then we'll get into it here. We'll get into the Jaylen Waddle stuff. Hope you guys like it. I got about 11 and a half minutes worth of all 22 that I pieced together for y'all to watch while I give y'all a little bit more of an in-depth evaluation. It's about 2,100 words, my evaluation of them. So we'll go a little bit deeper into him than what I did on my wide receiver big board, especially now that he's a Miami Dolphin. Yes, Y01, exactly. So we'll get into it. I'm excited about this because it was awesome to dive back into Jaylen Waddle once again. Can't wait to get into Jalen Phillips next week. We'll drop the Jalen Phillips stuff next week. And then Hunter Long will come off. I'm trying to work on some things. And we'll see if I can. I'm going to try and line up some interviews, but I got handed off some information, so we'll see if I can put them together. It's going to be tough, but we'll see how it goes, man. Let me just make sure I got everything lined up here. Yep. Get my notes. Hope everyone's having a good Friday night, man. I'm going to open it up after I talk about Jaylen Waddle to y'all guys. Let y'all come on and give your thoughts on not only Jaylen Waddle the player, but I want to hear what people expect from him in year one. And please don't come out here with something like 12,000 yards and 12 touchdowns expectations, because it's not going to go over well with me, man. I want realistic expectations. Like my expectations for Waddle is 800 to 850 receiving yards, and 6 to 7 touchdowns. And I want 50 to 60 receptions. That's where I'm at with Jaylen Waddle. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this guy's about to put up 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns. No, people got to remember what Justin Jefferson did last year is a rare occurrence, right? And the offense around Jaylen Waddle is still gelling. So see, like Reggie's got it right. Drew Boo is just, Julian's got it right. That's a good prediction. Yeah. Ranugo has it pretty good. I don't expect, I know I'm gonna get people 1,200 yards, and it's like, geez. Now that makes sense, Corn. 1,000 total yards from special teams, included. All-purpose yards. But we'll get into it because I don't know how much I would be using him. Like, I would use him on punt returns when we need a big play, but I would not be lining this guy up as my kick returner. I just would not be doing it. So, all right, let's get into this. Before we do, obviously, go ahead, smash that like button, show some love. If you're new here, we're about to hit 3,800. So we're getting closer and closer to hitting. We're getting closer and closer to hitting 4,000. So let's try and hit 4,000. As quickly and as soon as possible. Um, so let's get this. Obviously, if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so through the super chat. Appreciate each and every one of you that show the love, that take the time to donate, and who also open up your wallets, man. Y'all are the reason why I keep putting in the work that I do. You know what I mean? So I keep going hard because of you guys. So, and also, like I always say, even if you can smash the like button, that helps a whole hell of a lot. So just show as much love as you can, man. Share it, promote it. I know a lot of people say it's their favorite podcast. They love the podcast. Well, hey, go out there and tell your friends to tell a friend, man. So especially if you're living in the Miami area, so and shout out to the latest member of the YouTube channel, Terry Nichols. Appreciate you, homie. Again, you can become a Phinside the NFL Patreon, patreon.com/Phinside the NFL. If you look below me, you can join and become a YouTube member. I got 2 new emojis that'll be dropping next week on the channel. That's why you see those guys with those badges. The longer tenured you are as a member of Phinside the NFL's YouTube channel, your badge will change. So appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all for showing some love. And then there's also a link in the description below that'll take you directly to joining. Also, patchvibes.com, use code Phinside, and you can save 20% off your order. That 20% is store wide. Go show some love, man. All right. I want to shout out each and every one of the Patreons because you guys, you are a big reason why this keeps rolling. Rhino Sith, Fake Spike 94, KL Day, Ramon Casillas, Seth, Slim Pickens, Ricketic, Red Dino, Marino's Goat, your boy Trev, Josh, Jazz 803, Martin, Zoe Vegas 75, the Arkham Elf, Drew Boo, The Show, Jawar Thompson, Jeff Jackson, Mighty Dolphin, Ben Glassford, Andre Villarreal, Cody, J Love T, Todd, Labruto, the enigmatic one, Chalk Vanilla Straw, Georgia Boy 23, Florida born, Kentucky grown, Michael Rodriguez, Dennis Klassen, Philip Leduc, Cody Patron, Tommy Flores, Ron Levy, Marino Ron, Anthony J. Marine, and Brett Potvin. Appreciate each and every one of you. Now, the channel members, all 72 of you, Damian, your boy Trev, MF Fins, Ricketic, Greg, Irving, K all day, Seth, Drew, Boo, Rhino, Twizzle, Law 10442, Derek, Timothy, Yawabulla, Bruce One, Foxing Around, Dr. Draft, Timothy Sapinenza, Ray 2K, Nico, Mighty Dolphin, Dolphin Sweden, Fake Spike 94, Jazza 803, Luke Sparkman, D Ray 91, Tilly, Flips, Marcus 84, Franks, Ty Rhodes, Florida born, Kentucky grown, SC42, Corn 72, Trap RNG Media, Tony Asawa, Cody Patron, The Show, Chef Jew, Jonesy Fins Nation, Kevin Williams, Rhonda, Philip Leduc, Zachary Harris, Dennis Klassen, Powerhouse, Daniel Galagos, Fred Rivera, Thundercleus, the homie Clump, Justo, Birdman, William Bolesky, Cody Graham, 100 Ante, Ryan Bathgate, Ramon Casillas, Marino's Goat, Michael Simmons, Ron Levy, Chad Marcion, Tony Marine, Canadian Fins Gone Wild, BK2 Day, Barry Bailey, DC, Soapo, the homie Tyler, Richmond Webb, Cap for Life, and of course Terry Nichols. Appreciate all of you for supporting the channel and showing some love. And I added, and we got Derek Huggins, new member, and Go to Valoa, new member. We have a new level added. I added the the Hall of Fame is now the Ring of Honor, and the Hall of Fame is now a level higher than Ring of Honor. So appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. All right. Now, it is time to get into and show some love to Jaylen Waddle, everyone. So let me hit that down. Again, smash that like button. Show some love. Subscribe if you're new here. So let's get into the Jaylen Waddle breakdown. We are going to video file. All right. Y'all ready for this? Let's do it. The Dolphins' most dynamic weapon, Jaylen Waddle. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that right now. This is a player who became the fastest receiver in the nation when Henry Ruggs left Alabama for the NFL. Waddle is a very special athlete, and to me, a way more refined version of Tyreek Hill, as Tyreek Hill was a running back in college, so he didn't have the expansive route tree that Jaylen Waddle does. He's one of the rare players in memory who, though he was buried behind the likes of Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs and even Devontae Smith while Tua was at Bama, every time Waddle got the ball, whether in a passing situation or a punt return situation, he always flashed every time and showed you that he's something special on limited opportunities. To put his speed in perspective, as a freshman, Waddle raced Ruggs, which you can find the video of, in a 40, and they literally crossed the goal line neck and neck. Ruggs ran a 4.27 at the combine. And remember, Waddle was a freshman at the time. Ruggs was a sophomore. Josh Jacobs, while at Alabama, predicted Waddle could run a 4.28. Waddle, like Ruggs, can play at that speed too, just not run it. But Waddle, I think, is a better prospect and a far better route runner than what Henry Ruggs was coming out. To take it even further, a reason Jaylen Waddle may not even have bothered running his 40 this year is something Daniel Jeremiah brought up weeks ago, and that's the GPS tracking is becoming a big thing in the NFL teams. And while Waddle had the fastest GPS tracking of any player in college football last year, meaning he's undoubtedly the fastest player in the nation the Dolphins could have taken in the draft. Before he got injured, Waddle was outproducing eventual Heisman winner Devontae Smith, as Waddle posted 557 receiving yards, 4 receiving touchdowns, and averaged 22.28 yards per reception in the first 4 games of the season, while Smith posted 483 yards, 4 touchdowns, and averaged 12.71 yards per reception. The Miami Dolphins clearly needed a dynamic playmaker who can eat a defense on all 3 levels of the field and take the top off. And Waddle, guys, he is just that. Jaylen has smooth, fluid hips. He uses his speed to have an explosive release off the line of scrimmage. Is clearly the most explosive, dangerous wide receiver that was in the 2021 draft class. Whether in the passing game or on special teams in the return game, which I keep saying, coaches and NFL teams value that highly, as they love to use year 1 wide receivers on kick return and punt return if they have the ability to get them more snaps and reps with the ball in their hands. As a returner, Jaylen Waddle averaged 23.8 yards per kick return and 19.3 yards per punt return. The question is, though, do you want your 6th overall pick, who is now a high asset, returning kicks? Probably not. But in punt situations, when a big play is needed, don't be surprised if Flores trots Waddle out there. Next to Rondale Moore, Waddle to me was easily the most dynamic and explosive playmaker with the ball in his hands out of the receivers in the 2021 draft class. Waddle, he has great twitch to his body, as you guys are seeing in these highlights. He can use his head-on fakes or double moves to sell the route if necessary. Stutters and sells his breaks so well that he can leave defenders in the dust with just those traits alone. He's just so fun to watch, guys. You add in his speed, and this kid is going to be an absolute migraine, never mind a headache, for defenders at the next level in the NFL. In a limited amount of time, Waddle has displayed that he's no slouch of a route runner. He's been used on the boundary, in the slot, and even lined up in the backfield at times for Alabama when they had him, showing his versatility on offense is endless. His career average of yards per reception is also higher than Smith, Ruggs, and Judy, which cannot go unaccounted for. His change of direction skills at the speed he plays at too is downright incredible, which you guys are seeing on your screen right now. I also think he was the best separator available in the 2021 draft class when you add in all the factors of playing speed, route running, body control, yak ability, his ability to take the right angles against defenders, and his line of scrimmage release. At 5'10", 182, he's quite physical as well, and I have less concerns of him playing through traffic than I did with the prospect of drafting a guy like Devontae Smith, as Waddle's shown he can rip right through traffic with speed and or strength. His ball tracking skills are near as elite as well. He can high point the ball with good elevation and rhythmic timing, while he has shown the ability to go up and fight to win contested catches. Another aspect not being talked about enough is how adding Jaylen Waddle to this receiving corps, which just added Will Fuller, will likely impact and help the running game for the Miami Dolphins. Remember, this is a team that averaged 3.9 yards per carry last year, which is 29th in the NFL, and the Dolphins were the only team in the NFL to not have a run beyond 31 yards. But now teams have to respect the pass and can't get caught stacking the box, or they will get burned. If you load the box, you'll be caught in one-on-one matchups with the likes of Jaylen Waddle, Will Fuller, and if he makes the team, Albert Wilson, which could lead to big play opportunities for the passing game. Yet, the flip side to that is, if you put less bodies in the box, there's less defenders matched up against the offensive line to block, which will be huge for the run game and allow holes to open up far more often than we've seen recently if the blockers take care of their assignments. So really, the Jaylen Waddle selection, guys, has had a ripple effect on this offense, and that can benefit guys like Gaskin, Ahmed, Malcolm Brown. The chemistry that he has with Tua Tagovailoa will be something to keep an eye on too. Tua throws with such accuracy and pristine anticipation, and it's very eye-opening when you compare, which I'm sure you guys have already noticed watching his highlights, when he was throwing to Waddle compared to when Mac Jones was. The Patriots pick at 15, he doesn't have the anticipation or the rhythm or the timing that Tua does. First things first, yes, Mac targeted Waddle more, but the amount of times Waddle had to hold up and decelerate compared to when Tua targeted him is quite eye-catching. Tua had an innate ability at Alabama to hit Waddle, Judy, Smith, and Ruggs all in stride, so they didn't have to sacrifice their speed to make the catch, showing off elite timing and understanding of the different speeds his receivers play at. Tua already has Waddle's timing and route rhythm down from previously playing with him, so this isn't something new, or this isn't some new receiving toy that a quarterback has to take time practicing with to properly adjust to, which is huge and should allow for big, impactful plays from day one. This is very key for Waddle, as it would allow him to play at his highest gear without having to wait on passes or drop his speed and then accelerate, which over time can be quite hard and take a toll on your knees. Defensive backs are already going to have a hard time keeping up with him, as not many are running a mid 4.2, but now that chemistry and timing is already established before he walks in the building. This should be even more worrisome for defenders that are going to line up opposite of Waddle, especially now that Tua and Waddle will have OTAs in a training camp to get ever more acclimated to each other. Truly, this is the definition of reunited, and it feels so good. The crazy thing is, though, it's probably going to look and produce even better than it feels. Now, the broken ankle may be a concern for some, but it wasn't for the Dolphins, as it was a clean break with no ligament damage, and I don't think it'll hinder him in any way, shape, or form at the next level. Obviously, I'd like a little more height to his frame, but overall, I'm not too concerned with that. His lack of in-game experience may also worry some in terms of the draft capital investment that was made on Jaylen Waddle, as he only played 4 games before the injury when he was given the responsibility of a main receiver, and then came back in the national championship, clearly hobbled. And between 2018 and 2019, he only had 78 receptions. But people need to realize who he was playing behind in 2018 and 2019. He had some drop issues in 2019, but seemed to clean those up in the limited time he had in 2020, as he only had one. Waddle, to me, is the ideal fit for this offense and our quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. In retrospect, one could probably make the case that this is the most explosive and dynamic receiver the Dolphins have added in at least the last 20 years. Sorry, Ted Ginn Jr. and Jakeem Grant. But now it's about getting the most out of Jaylen Waddle with the playbook and the scheme. I know this team wants to implement a heavier dosage of RPOs, which need quick developing routes and receivers getting to their spot on time, and no one is going to get to this spot faster than Jaylen Waddle. Also, the screen game is said to still be an integral part of this offense moving forward, and if you've watched Waddle at Alabama, there might not be a smarter and more explosive weapon in the screen game than him. Hell, jet sweeps are going to look a whole lot sweeter and probably be much more effective than we've seen them be in recent memory with Waddle taking them. People also need to account for the fact that not only is he a speedster, but he has such a high football IQ, as Jaylen Waddle's understanding of pursuit angles and open space angles doesn't just allow him to make people miss, but allows him to see the field in a different way than most, which helps him strategize how he's going to make people miss. And that's a big difference than just relying on speed to beat defenders. Another thing I've mentioned too on social media is don't just pigeonhole Waddle to the slot. He's much more than that. Yes, he's great in pre-snap motion, and yes, he's awesome from the slot, but because he has an expanded route tree, has great control of his speed and elite understanding of how to use it, Waddle can be an X or Z receiver if the Dolphins happen to move on from Parker or Williams. Man coverage doesn't faze Waddle, as he had an 80.3 success rate against it in 2020 when he was handed a bigger role by Alabama. There's also no one that's going to find the soft spots in zone and get to them faster than Jaylen Waddle, which goes to show he's a mismatch for any coverage the defense calls. The Dolphins didn't draft a pure slot receiver at 6. No. They drafted a playmaker and matchup nightmare lined up from any spot on offense that defensive coordinators are going to have to prioritize in game planning. Defensive players are going to have to be aware of whenever he's on the field. And when's the last time you could say that Miami Dolphins had anyone of that caliber in the offense? Listen, my final thoughts here. Jaylen Waddle was the number one receiver on my wide receiver big board for a reason. And not only is it fulfilling to see the Dolphins felt the same way, as word out of the draft had the Dolphins ranking him as their number 2 overall player, only behind Trevor Lawrence, but it's comforting to know the Dolphins didn't just settle for adding Will Fuller and made it a priority to continue giving Tua weapons while also trying to create one of the better, more explosive receiving corps in the NFL. 2021 is going to be an exciting season, and I have a strong feeling that Jaylen Waddle is going to be one of the main reasons why the Miami Dolphins will be must-see TV in 2021. So yeah, that's about as deep as you can get on a evaluation on Jaylen Waddle. I mean, that was about 21. That we're at about 2,100 words for that. This man is on the next level. I mean, you guys saw in that highlight, you saw the kick return against Auburn, right? You saw constant examples of his understanding of pursuit angles in open space. You guys also saw him go up there and win contested catches multiple times. This guy is no joke. We have drafted someone who, like I said, might be the most explosive and dynamic player the Miami Dolphins have had in at least the last 20 years. I think in 2 to 3 years, he is going to be manning the X or the Z spot, not just pigeonholed to that Y slot spot. He is an absolute stud, and he is something very, very special. So, Jaylen Waddle, I cannot wait to see him on the field for the Miami Dolphins in 2021. It's just nice that we finally have an exciting team to watch. Not just you're boring. We hope they break it. We hope they make something out of nothing. We now know we got playmakers in place that are going to give defenses fits that you have to scheme for, you have to account for, because if you don't, you will get burned. Jaylen Waddle, guys, man, we have added someone really, really special to this receiving core, and I hope people take this all in. And I know I showed a lot of big play highlights, but I do think you are going to see big plays this year, specifically from him. And what's crazy is I put up some examples for you guys to see. This isn't a guy who just can win with speed. He can win with much more than that. So, absolutely love the addition of Jaylen Waddle to the Miami Dolphins. Red Comet, Armando, Florida Born, and you. What's going on, everyone?
Thanks, bro. Thanks for the eval, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. That was a fun one to do, bro. What are your guys' expectations for him? What do you expect from him in year one?
800 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 200 yards in returns.
Well, before we have this conversation, I think we should clarify that when we say expectations, we don't mean this is what we think he's limited to. This is just how good we see him. Like, this isn't his potential. This is just how much we can expect from him as a rookie. Because we could say 800 yards, but he could still be better potentially.
For sure.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's going on, Armando?
Hey, I want to say something here because I think people were giving me heat here in the chat. As you were talking, Reason, I kind of mentioned that I was watching a video today. I was watching highlights on Jaylen Waddle, and then it kind of jumped into this hour video on Jaylen Waddle. And one thing I noticed was it was just all about punt returns and kickoff returns, and I noticed that he dropped 6 punt returns or 6 or 7 kickoff returns and punt returns. Now I think that was early on in his career, but I kind of put that out there, and I think people gave me hell. So I just want to be objective because I know he's got great hands. He's a great receiver, but I just want to point that out that he does drop some punt returns. So, we always complain about Grant, but I just want to put that out there.
I feel like I don't even want him doing punt and kicks.
I don't. I feel like I don't. I feel like he's going to be our receiver one. I know that's me expecting or hoping for a lot, but I just feel like him and Tua are just going to click right away. And I don't want him to get wore out being a receiver, returning when we got other options. I mean, Noah or Holland, I feel like those guys aren't going to get as much playing time as Waddle is in this offense.
I don't think the best thing for him, especially his rookie year, is to be wide receiver one. I think it's much better to put him in the slot. Yeah, he won't be. But Reason, do you think between Fuller and Parker, who do you think will be 1 and 2?
Fuller will take that role.
1?
By the end of the season.
So?
By the end of the season.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't see
last
it. I don't know.
last year was the go look. Last year they had him lined up as their X receiver. You got a lot going on, Irving. They had him lined up as the X receiver. It was the first ever season that he was the main guy, and look what he was doing. Because he can beat you under top or over the top, or he can beat you underneath.
I know, but I think just strategically, if we're putting Parker against their number one, and then we have Fuller and Waddle against their 2s and 3s, I think that's even better than having Fuller have to deal with a 1 and then Parker going.
Yeah, but that's not their choice. That's the defense's choice.
Yeah, I know, but
Will Fuller's going to get a lot more attention than Devontae Parker because of his speed and his long speed.
Well, that's why we got Waddle.
Can we talk about how we have
Which is why I disagree with you.
Which is why what?
Can we talk about how we have a track team now?
Hold on a sec, Red Comet. What did you say? Which is why what? Sorry?
I think that Waddle was the better pick over Sewell for that reason specifically.
I wouldn't go that far because you still have Albert Wilson on the roster too. So you can still hit him. You can still hit him with 4.3 speed out of the slot.
Yeah.
So
you think he's gonna make the team now?
who?
Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, still.
I mean, I was talking to someone today about this. You got to think about it. His body's fully healthy. He is a legit weapon. Like, he's another guy you have to scheme for. He will kill you once the ball's in his hands. If you actually look at Albert Wilson, he's kind of the prototypical Alabama receiver.
Yeah, I love his talent. I just don't know if from the team's perspective, from Flo's perspective, if he's going to give either Bowden or Perry that spot.
Well, you can Perry. It's not going to be good for Perry, but I mean, Bowden, he's not going to be. He's not as dynamic as Albert Wilson. Now,
I know. I just saying from the
Bowden
team.
Bowden's going to get reps. You know what I mean? You don't have to cut Albert Wilson to keep Bowden, right? So
they would be they'd be 5 and 6, right?
Well, we got 55 men. You could carry 7 this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they carry 7, I think he makes it then.
Yeah, like my 7 that I would be rolling. That'll be rolling out there.
5 tight ends.
Is I'd be rolling DVP, Preston, Waddle, Fuller, Wilson, Bowden, and Matt Collins because of Matt Collins on special teams. I think Robert Foster's going to be screwed.
Yeah.
So, what were you saying? Weird. Red comment? Sorry.
Can we talk about how we have a track team now in here?
Yeah, man. Name the last time we had a receiving core this explosive.
Mark Duper, Mark Clayton.
I was about to say the Marks brothers.
The Marks brothers, bro.
But
even Clayton wasn't fast. Clayton wasn't that fast.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying
Duper.
the dynamic play. No, but I'm saying the playmaking ability on that speed, obviously.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we haven't had a wide receiver core this talented in a long time.
What was Albert Wilson's first year? 2017.
With us?
Yeah.
I think it was 2018.
Yeah. I think it was 2017.
Yeah, because he got hurt in 2018 maybe. Because he got hurt and then he sat out in 2020. 2019 he was hurt, so 2018.
He got hurt 2 years, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
Well,
yeah, but he got hurt.
What happened was
right?
we signed him in 2018. He got hurt against the Patriots, which I think it was week 10, if I'm not mistaken. That's when he tore his patella tendon in his knee, and then he missed pretty much most of 2019, and he was back by like week 10 probably. Yeah. And then he missed, and then he opted out of 2020.
But if you remember that year, people were talking about us every week about how we were the fastest team because we had Wilson, Grant, and this was when everyone still considered Parker running 4.40s before he didn't play to that speed, but that's what everyone thought he was going to do. So that year, everyone thought we were super fast, even though we ended up not, especially when Wilson went down.
Hey, but I remember in 2018, especially when we were going against Chicago, man, the speed of Grant and Wilson on the field that was having, it was especially that I think that was the year that Ryan Tannehill came back from injury.
Yeah, he got named.
He was putting up some nice numbers.
He got named offensive player of the week.
That's right.
Yeah. He had like 155 yards, 2 touchdowns that year. That game.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just looking for consistency from Waddle.
Yeah. Well, I would look for consistency for all the receivers. I mean, even like Grant, I'm kind of second guessing that he can't. He keeps on dropping these balls, and it's nice to have him
he's gone
on the team. But man, all these drop balls are crazy.
I think he'll be gone post June 1st.
Yeah.
Yep.
Reason, do you think they're going out for a running back at free agency?
I don't know. Kerryon Johnson got picked up by Philly.
I don't think so.
Oh man, Philly's gonna have a nice backfield, man. Damn.
I think they're gonna be happy with what we have back there.
So you don't think like a Gurley or a Peterson 1 year prove it deal?
Gurley, I wouldn't trust his knees. Peterson, I would sign because of how close he is to catching up to Barry Sanders, so he's got something to play for.
Yeah, that's not a prove it
That's
deal.
a great point.
And how much is he average each year? Like, Definitely between 4 to 5 yards per carry, right?
To Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was good last year for Detroit. The problem was just such like there's so many people back there, right? He averaged 3.9 yards per attempt last year.
I feel like you have to feed him, and they're
That's
not going
great.
to do that on this team. They're going to like asking it in. They're going to get Ahmed to get in if we keep him, or Brown, whoever. But I don't think they're just going to use – if we picked him up, I don't think they're just going to feed him all day, and he needs that.
You think Miami adds more talent to the running back room, just like they did with the tight ends and the cornerbacks, to create more competition? Like,
I don't know, man. I think
minicamp?
they might have already done it by now. Then again, they could have expected to get something in the draft, and it didn't go their way, obviously.
Right.
But I'll tell you right now, I'm calling the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm saying, what do you want from Miles Sanders?
That's
You
like
drafted
RB.
You drafted Kenneth Gainwell. You went out and you put a waiver claim in on Kerry and Johnson. What's going on?
Are there
Yeah, I
any
saw-
other rookie receivers that are going to be in as good a situation as Waddle is with us?
Rashad Bateman. Rashad Bateman's in
Yeah,
a
I think,
really good
Mhm.
situation.
yeah, I think he's gonna benefit from Hollywood Brown's speed, man. It's gonna open up the field for him. He's gonna eat, bro, in this offense.
And they know how to
And
run
then
the
with
ball.
the dual, right? Yeah, and then with a dual threat quarterback,
Yeah,
man, they're gonna
I'm
be nice next
hoping.
year.
I'm hoping for revenge against the Ravens.
Yes.
Like Devontae Smith's
Yes.
going to struggle because Jalen Hurts is throwing the football. Good luck with that.
Hey,
So-
speaking of Miles Sanders, he had 867 yards on 164 touches last year with 6 touchdowns,
Wow.
and he averages
See?
5.3 yards per average. Damn, I'll call it Eagles
And he
now.
can catch the football.
Yeah, I doubt they'll trade him. I mean, there was a Twitter poll today where all the Eagle fans were placing Sanders as RB1 with all their backs in the field and stuff. So I don't know if they'll trade him.
Yeah, but we know how much the owner cares about what fans think there.
Exactly. That's what I was just literally saying, bro. I don't know, man. I just don't think they're locked in on Miles Sanders. I don't think they're committed to him, dude.
I wouldn't mind.
All right, they got
And everyone's got a
very
price.
talented running back.
As Ted DiBiase once said, everyone's got a price.
The $1 million man, Ted DiBiase.
There it is, man.
You know, and
Like a team that I legitimately think they're not going to trade their backup is, I think people can let the Kareem Hunt stuff go. I don't think they're gonna trade him. Now, I would be calling the Jaguars about
Yeah.
James Robinson
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Urban Meyer didn't sign him. That's not Urban Meyer's guy. Urban Meyer just drafted his guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know they're going to feed Etienne the rock. You did not draft
Oh,
him
yeah.
25th overall to split the backfield.
Reason. Have you?
But I'm not
heard
giving up
rumors
too much
about,
for him.
Gesicki?
About what?
Yeah,
Sorry?
he had a
Gesicki,
What about him?
about trading him.
I talking to EM about this yesterday. It's just like X and Byron all over again. I want to see what Hunter Long and Gesicki can give me in 12-man personnel. I don't want to, EM made the point. Why would we start taking away weapons from Tua?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. Every time someone has a great year, everyone says, "Oh, now his trade stock is super high. Let's get rid of him." But why not have that talent?
And he only cost $9 million to franchise tag next year.
Gesicki?
And
Yeah.
Oh man.
And a great tight end is a quarterback's best friend, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, listen, him and Hunter Long could be the poor man's version of Gronk and Hernandez. Right? Hunter Long is your Gronk, where he can block, run routes, do everything necessary, and then Gesicki's your Hernandez.
Reason, did you hear TD's
That's
stream
true.
the other
That's
day
a good-
where he's
that's a good
talking
point.
about how with Gesicki on the field, we always pass it, and when he wasn't, we always ran it, and like the percentages
true at
matched
all.
up. Huh?
That's not true, Smite.
Not true at all. Because I
didn't think it was.
On my all 22 breakdowns, on the Kinley one, if you go back to the Kinley one, there were a few run plays where Gesicki was on the field, and just in the Kinley breakdown, and I only did that like 3 or 4 weeks into the season.
Yeah, he was saying it was a tell, and that
you know what?
Gesicki,
all the effort to Gesicki, he was giving the effort. He's just not there. You know what I mean? Like the guy gives the effort.
He has the size. Why is it so difficult for some tight ends to block?
Commitment, technique, upper body strength. Gesicki's not the strongest guy in the world, right?
No.
So some guys also don't like the contact.
I don't think that he has a problem with that. He got hit a couple times real hard.
That doesn't show it. EM says it's a mentality. And I agree with that.
That's true. Yep. That's something that Waddle has, though. He has that dog mentality.
Yeah, Waddle does, yeah.
What's going on, Sharif? What's going on, Rhino? How you boys doing?
Hey, guys.
What's up, Rhino?
Yeah, man. Blocking's a mentality, man. You have to bend your body. You got to move your hips. You got to bend your knees. It's a lot of pain involved in that stuff. You know, even when you're strong, it takes a lot. It's a mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Waddle's amazing. That film was great. I was watching it. Good job, Reason. Very good.
Bro, you know how hard it is to find all 22 special teams?
Especially in college.
Bro, I reached out to a couple of my buddies. They're like, one of them was like, yo, if you want 2014 Army special teams, I got that for you. I'm like, bro, what are you like? So,
you know, that kills me watching that tape, watching Waddle. They have him dead to rights. They have the angle on him, and he takes it away like it's nothing.
Bro, he's ridiculous. And if you go back, I actually, in sequence, not only game sequence, but that film started in 2018 all the way up to 2020.
Yeah,
he's like a nice sports car with good suspension.
Bro, he's ridiculous, bro. Like, he's such a smart player in open space.
Did you see the replay that he showed? He was running on the left side, and he went to a post, and the guy was gonna interfere on him, but he's so damn fast he couldn't get his hands on him. Dude. He was gone.
I didn't even notice that.
It's
and
crazy.
The thing is, Rhino, and the thing is, Rhino, he's so patient when he runs and when he takes those angles. He just waits for them to develop. And he's so patient.
Can you imagine being so fast?
Boom.
You're so fast. The guy intends to interfere you because you're gone. He knows you're gone, and you go to touch him to knock him down. And the guy, I mean, I don't know. I can't wait.
The closest thing to Tyreek Hill I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Hot take: he's going to be better than Tyreek Hill.
I think he will be too.
He has a lot of pressure on him.
Tyreek was a running back, right? Tyreek in college. Tyreek wasn't a wide receiver in college. A lot of people don't remember that.
He's better prepared for sure. 100% coming.
He's a way better route runner than what Tyreek was coming out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so much better.
But we still see the finished product.
Do you guys agree that you see some Antonio Brown in him a little bit?
I don't know, man. Someone said it, and I think they might be right. I think Waddle's going to be Waddle.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's going to be a guy you compare guys to later on because, like, you look at his return ability. You see Devin Hester.
Yeah.
You know, you look at his playing ability. You see Tyreek Hill.
You see, but see, even Tyreek Hill still doesn't have the complete route tree.
And Tyreek does. Now he does, but Tyreek Hill is also like Jaylen Waddle's bigger than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Is Tyreek faster?
That would be an interesting race.
If it is, it ain't by much.
If it is, it's not much, right?
Well, he runs a 4.29.
But play speed wise,
Jaylen Waddle has the fastest GPS track time since they started doing GPS tracking in college.
Jaylen Waddle. What's up, guys? I'm sorry I'm late.
What's up, bro?
Hanging.
What's up, Martin?
Chilling, fellas. I would say this about Jaylen Waddle. and I'm glad you brought up like Devin Hester and things like that. The reason why Devin Hester, in my opinion, was so dynamic as a returner was not quite because he had that that 4.3 40-yard dash type speed. It was basically anyone who was trying to catch Devin Hester, he just made it a point to outrun whoever was trying to catch him. Meaning, there was no designated speed on Devin Hester when he was returning the football. So when it comes to that type of speed, it's an immeasurable speed. It's almost an intangible speed.
Ludicrous
Jaylen,
speed.
yeah, right.
Ludicrous speed.
Like Jaylen Waddle has that type of speed, meaning whoever's the fastest guy that's going to be guarding him, he's going to find a way to be faster than the fastest guy on the field. I don't know how you tap into that type of power as a it's somewhere in your brain. It's somewhere in there, but I'm not sure what you have to ignite in order to do that. But Jaylen Waddle, you can see that on film all the time. He's just faster than the man next to him. So,
yeah.
Another
He
thing
has-
about
he's such-
his play style, but he's
go
such
ahead.
a nice kid. Have you heard him talk in an interview? He's so likable. He's
I was listening to him today. Yeah.
He's so
very,
easy to
very
root
humble,
for, man. Yeah,
very humble.
And that's what was so stupid about the dang draft when they was talking about how he didn't give love to his family and all that. I was like, are you kidding
Nah,
me?
man.
He stopped mid interview and was like, you all were supposed to remind me about Smith. He got drafted, you know what I mean?
Right. He has
He's
fun.
so
He has fun
nice.
with his family.
You know what my favorite catch out of that package was? It wasn't even like a it wasn't even one of those like long touchdown runs. It was this catch. When I saw him do this, like, and again, because I believe it's Mac throwing the football here, he has to hold up, right? You look at this catch that he makes here, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. Like right over the middle where you're going to get opened up like a can of sardines where you're going to get exposed. And he's just straight fearless, man. This is against Mizzou, right? Like, look at this. Right over the middle.
Yeah.
Look, it goes up. Look, he got the safety over top, and he makes that, man.
He knew he was going to get hit.
What's up? Steve
That's
Smith
my
right there,
favorite
bro.
catch.
Yeah.
No,
Steve
what's
Smith
great about that
attitude
is
right
he's
there.
the first one up.
Right.
He's the first one up.
You know what's even better? If Tua's throwing that ball, it's in stride and he's gone.
Bro, my favorite throw is when Waddle hits that when he runs a over route to the right corner and Tua just hits him in stride and really like the space is like and the space is tightening up and he just hits him in stride in a tight window. It just takes it to the house. That was beautiful, bro. Every Waddle throw that I've seen, I was watching a bunch of film yesterday on Waddle.
You know what?
Every Waddle throw that I've seen Tua throw was in stride. It was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't need to slow down. It was perfectly thrown. It was perfect harmony, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope he makes that jump this year.
Oh, yeah, man.
He should. He should make the
He
jump.
definitely should. I just don't want to hear anyone complain anymore.
It's okay. We can handle it. He can handle it. And I'll say with Waddle, Waddle does have that like how you're mentioning that fearlessness. He knew he was gonna get hit on that play you just showed us, right? And for him to make the play, still get hit, and like you all are saying, he's the first man up, and he's doing his whole Steve Smith shoulders. You know what I mean?
I love that when he does that, man.
People don't realize this. Jaylen Waddle is actually very introverted, but he's on the field. He's a different person, bro.
Personality comes out.
Yeah. Like on the field is where he
he's competitive.
That's who he is. Yeah. So
Did you hear what Saban said about him?
Yeah, compared him to Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has that competitive player out on the field.
I like that.
And that's why
we lucked up.
And that's why I'm so confident about him making that jump. Because, like Reason said, training camp is going to be so beautiful because I could see Waddle and X going at it, man. Like I could see them back and forth going at him. Waddle getting X getting Waddle, just a battle, bro.
Here's my question.
They're gonna make both of them are gonna make each other better. Go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry.
My question is: we saw last year the offensive linemen, the rookies played a ton, right? And that was kind of a surprise. Are they going to take the training wheels off of him early, like they did with offensive line, or are they going to like mesh him in throughout the season? That's what I'm curious to find out. I hope they let him go.
That's what I hope. That's what I hope.
But you know what I like about what else I like about his attitude is I don't see him ever becoming that diva receiver who's going to say, I want so many passes my way during a game.
Right.
Amen.
He's very humble. He's still very young and humble. Yeah, he's very young.
Wait, what diva receiver are we talking about?
He's a great kid.
Good night, guys.
Which one are we not talking about?
Sheriff. The lion.
What's going on?
The lion is ready.
The lion is Zion.
Hey,
look at that, bro. No one gives him enough credit for his ability. Look at he has to hold up and winning contested catches, man.
Yeah.
No one gives him enough credit for it. And then I love when he does that.
Look at that. Yes.
Bro. Oh my God. He better do that in the NFL, bro.
Hey,
oh yeah, he will. He definitely will.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thought process. I think that's involuntary.
That's who he is.
It just happens. It comes out.
That's who he is, man. I love it.
Yep. You know what? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I hope we find ways to play off of him because this is what all NFL teams do early. They allow the rookies to prove, that you are that good. They'll give you one-on-ones. They'll give you, opportunities to make a play here, make a play there. As soon as the league catches on that Waddle's the real deal, I just need certain players to step up, man. There's a lot of guys on this team that doesn't want to take that alpha role as the main key to the offense. If once Waddle grabs a hold of that title, other guys have to step up. Preston Williams has to step up. Mike Gesicki, like Will Fuller. If he wants to stay on this team, he has to step up. So there's a lot of opportunities for these guys, but I just want to see who's gonna take advantage of that.
And the one advantage that he's gonna have over the other receivers, and especially in training camp early on, that the coaching on top of that, the coaching staff is gonna allow him to be flexible, right? He already has that chemistry developed with Tua. He already built a rapport with him at Alabama. So Tua already knows. Like I agree with Reason. Like he has this. He knows Waddle's timing, right? Mm-hmm. And Waddle can anticipate Tua's throws. He knows the way he throws. Because he knows he's gonna hit him in stride. So that advantage itself is gonna help Waddle to make a huge jump over the other receivers in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, I have a question for you all. Who's more valuable to keep on this team? Wilson, who can do not multiple, or Jakeem, who can do multiple?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Dude, 5 guys should have had him. 5 guys should have
I know, bro.
What is going on? Bro? Sorry, Lion. Sorry, bro.
Bro, it's just so stupid, bro.
5 guys should have had him easy.
Bro, his understanding of angles is dumb, bro.
Yeah. But I will only play.
Look at that little stutter, bro.
What's the next one? What's the next one?
Look at
and he just blazes right by. The guy jumps and completely falls on his face.
What is that?
I'm telling you, bro. That's the NFL's. Usain Bolt right there.
And I love the stance, bro.
I know.
Reason that's why you can't leave him off of kickoffs, man. That's why you can't leave him off of kickoffs.
But I would say Rhino. I would say Rhino. You would only put him in when you need a spark. That's the only time I'll put him in on kickoff return.
I'm scared, Martin. I think they're going to do it more than we want.
Didn't he get hurt on a kickoff?
Well,
he got hurt on a kickoff return, right?
He did. Yeah. He broke his ankle.
That's why I don't even want to play with that. Fuck that.
Like, how mad would we be if he had, not even like...
Don't do it.
Don't say it.
Don't speak it. Don't speak it.
No. We know what you're talking about. You don't have to say it. We know.
I got another fun one for you here. I know I already played all of them, but in that highlight clip, but I wasn't watching. I was like talking, right? So,
sorry, I cut you offline. Sorry, bro.
This is the one, bro, against Western Carolina. Look at this screen, little.
Oh my god,
little
screen.
Look at I'm gone.
He's like a running back. He's so patient.
Look at these.
Hit the night
first, bro.
Oh my god.
He could have made Gailey
so
look
patient.
good.
He's like a he's
that
like a running back.
He gets up.
Oh
so
my
fast.
god, bro.
Look at what is that? What is 2 guys on the ground?
Jesus.
2 of them.
It's the nitro.
And those are safeties and cornerbacks. Those weren't linebackers. What the?
Yeah, he has a different gear. He has a different.
All right.
Yeah,
They're on the ground. They're
man.
on the ground.
Just awesome, man. But I wanted to ask you guys for multiple things that Grant can do and Wilson can.
We already
do.
answered. Remember, we said said Wilson.
Oh, I was okay. So for the 3 wide set and 1 tight end, you think Wilson is going to crack that?
Bro, you think Grant's going to crack that?
What I'm saying is, after that, who do you keep? A multiple person in Grant or Wilson?
No, not
That's
Grant.
Wilson
not
every
Grant.
single time. Grant is gone.
Grant's gone, buddy. After June 1st, he's going to be cut, bro.
Yeah,
Wilson can also kick off too. Wilson can
You think a guy
I
who can
think
do one thing and not a
no,
person
no.
who can do
Hold on.
But
Albert
no,
Wilson
Sharif-
can do multiple
Yeah, but
things.
Grant can only do one thing, bro. He can't catch the football.
catch
so-
it.
right,
Exactly.
right.
So he's-
That's the main thing, Sharif. Where I know you want to kind of paint Grant as a multifaceted player, but Grant has proven the only thing he's sufficient at is kickoff return and punt return. He can't really play the wide receiver position
And breaking our hearts.
Yeah,
he
what
can't.
I'm looking at is it's going to be
every
Fuller
year.
and Parker and Waddle. So I don't see Wilson. I don't see any room for Wilson.
Why not
So
though?
I'm saying
Wilson's
start?
dynamic. But Wilson's dynamic.
You can throw out
Dynamic on what?
Hold
Next
on, we went through
receiver?
this. We went through
he's
this.
4-3 speed, bro. What are you talking about dynamic? Have
How
you
is
ever
he going
watched
to get
him
on the
play?
field though?
Bro, you
They'll
can
find
throw
a
a
way.
speed Bro,
He'd be
you can
number
throw a
5.
speed package out on them, bro.
Yeah, he'd be number 5.
Yeah, they'll definitely find a way to get Wilson on the field if the situation presents itself. Definitely.
So you cut. Okay, so
Bro,
you cut,
I can hit you with 11-man personnel right now.
Hold on. Wilson
Okay?
would be.
If I hit you with 11-man personnel, that has 3 receivers out on the field. So I got Gesicki
That
out
was
on the
sick.
field. I got Gesicki
Mhm.
out on the field, and then I got Wilson, Waddle, and Fuller. How do you defend that?
right. So Devontae, you're going to take snaps away from Devontae for Wilson.
Why wouldn't I?
Hold on.
Why wouldn't I?
Hold on. But it doesn't even have to be that. Preston's going to be coming in for Devontae
Oh my God.
or
Right.
Fuller, and then
This
Wilson will come
receiving
in for
core is
Fuller
going to be
or Waddle.
monster, man. We
Of
have
course
a
it
monster
is.
receiving core.
Yes. This is crazy.
I don't think you understand the options we have that we can throw
Yeah.
at teams right now. Look at that. Look at that.
Who's the best player on the Patriots?
That was so nasty.
Think about
bro.
this.
That
Oh my
was so
God.
nasty.
What was he
can
going
it
about
be-
22 miles an hour? He made a cut, bro. He went 23 miles
bro.
an hour.
How can a team
From-
ever play single high safety against us ever again?
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't
And
think
from
they will.
Everyone's healthy.
you have to go too high against us.
You
Yeah,
have
and
to.
from it getting injured,
And then we can just run the
standpoint,
ball down your throat. When
Exactly.
And hello, middle of the
Right.
field.
Exactly.
or when you cushion us for 9 yards off the corners, and to be injured, that's not going to hurt us anymore. We can be injured 4 men down, and we still got quality receivers.
Hey, Reason, when you were
Yes.
watching Waddle, did you see a lot of dig routes with him?
not a ton.
I'm excited about that with him. I'm excited about a dig route with him.
Digs and
Because in
curls.
space, yeah, man. Because the twitchiness in 0 to 60 in half a second.
Mhm.
Whoa,
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
whoa.
I'm with you right now.
safe
They-
throw, high, low risk. It's gonna
Yes.
be good.
And because Merritt, I think Merritt can kick return and punt return as well. So I'm keeping him, right? Because he can do multiple things.
Sharif, I believe they have like a top 4 of the wide receivers that's in the room of the 14 wide receivers, and then they have a top 2 for special teams, and I think Mac Hollins and Robert Foster are going to be on the roster as well. So there's going to be a scratch and claw for the last 2 wide receiver positions. I think they're going to carry 8 receivers this year. The last 2, I'm not sure who it's going to be, man. to be honest.
So Matt
Because
Collins is a
all
runner,
of them
right?
can make it. You said what?
Matt Collins is a runner, right?
He's a gunner. Yeah, he's a
And
gunner.
Martin, don't forget you can hide Bowden as a running back.
Very true. Very true.
Oh yeah, that was
So that
one.
means we don't sign any more running backs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. The options are going to be crazy to use, especially with Gotsi at the helm, man. I honestly, we're a little skeptical. Not us in particular, but like the league is skeptical about this Cole offensive coordinator situation. But I will say this: Gotsi, he's such a creative mind when it comes to just putting players in certain spaces and in situations.
Mm-hmm.
I fully anticipate every piece of what we attain from week one moving forward. He's going to put players in positions on a weekly basis, sometimes quarterly, throughout the season, like every 4 games basis, to where nobody's going to really know how to guard our
Can I just say one
attack.
thing though?
Mm-hmm.
I was reading a report about how they were putting in this new offense to, accent and highlight what Tua is good at. And I just hope they don't try to get too cute with it, because at the end of the day, Tua is a quarterback and he's good at being a quarterback. So let him be a quarterback. Don't try to pin him into this hole.
He has a specific style, right? Like he's a rhythmic and timing thrower, and that's why he's so good in RPOs, right? Like, Najee kind of gave everyone the hint of what this offense is going to look like when he was on the Pat McAfee show. When he said, he was showing the playbook at the Senior Bowl, and it was basically everything they ran at Bama, just with different terminology.
That's right. I highly doubt they plan on putting too much in one sitting. I believe they're going to spread out the tray of a selection of what they want Tua to kind of master on a week by week basis. But I truly believe that the same Tua we saw against the Arizona Cardinals, where there was literally zero hesitation in all of his reads, and he was just making throws off of pure, soon as he gets on his back foot, the ball is out of his hands. I believe Gotsi is going to emphasize that type of game plan versus, trying to throw too much at him. I think I trust Gotsi in that aspect of not overcomplicating, or how you're saying being too cute. I don't think they're going to do any of that.
I just hope he's adaptable enough. You know what I mean? Like, if it's too heavy one way, he's not going to be able to adapt and change the situations.
All right. I mean, leads me to a question for Reason and Martin. I want to ask if the Gotsi and
Sharif. We're talking about something right now, man. You're switching the subject. What do you mean too heavy one way?
Like, I understand he's good at RPOs, but I don't want an offense that's where RPO is the center of the offense and what we build around. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but you're building to his strengths. Why wouldn't you want that?
I understand building to his strengths, which is fine. But if you put Tua in this box, right, and he can't, and now it's this rigid situation where it's hard for him to adapt.
I get what you're saying.
I just don't want him to get stuck,
saying,
and then all of a sudden he can't push the ball down the field, and now you try to throw him something new, and now he can't do it because he's used to something else.
But hold on, the RPOs open up the downfield throws.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying don't do RPOs. I'm just saying I just hope they don't get too cute with it, because I feel like we've seen this before, especially back with Adam Gase, who thought he was a genius.
No. I'm almost certain that they're going to emphasize a pro style offense, but still put in RPOs as a strength.
Alabama was a pro style offense with RPOs.
They used a lot of West Coast concepts.
Yeah. Tua is highly sufficient when it comes to bootlegs, play action. They're going to implement those type of instances, including the RPOs, where we know he's really good at those. But they're not going to box him into where it's just all RPOs.
Really good. Hey, Martin, really good. He's the best RPO thrower to ever come out of college.
Yes.
Hey, Reason. I have a question for you.
You got a lot of feedback going on. Go ahead.
What do you think of Jahil Billingsley from Alabama?
I have no idea. Who?
Pairing some pass catcher from Alabama, saying he could be a first round next year.
No, that'll be Michi will be their first round draft pick next year.
Yeah.
There's just been buzz about it. Nick Saban saying something about it.
Yeah, I think Michi will be the only Bama receiver that goes in the first round next year.
Wow. If he comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I forget my question for Reason and Martin, with Godsey and Studville, you think they're gonna go just like the last 2 years, which is we're gonna play Cincinnati next week and we're gonna fix our game plan for Cincinnati, or you think they're gonna let Godsey just put Tua on to what he wants to put Tua on?
Well, you game plan for every team differently.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stick to the same thing.
Well, that's how you basically run an offense, right?
The plays weren't the problem last year.
That's how we've been doing it.
It was the play caller, bro.
That's how
the problem.
That's how almost every NFL team does it. You have to play to the defense. You have to scheme to the defense you're playing. That's why they have the game planning sessions.
Precisely. Yeah.
Look at the plays they were calling for Fitz. It's not the book or the playbook. It was the play caller.
Yeah. Sharif, there's instances where, if you go into a week and you're playing against like the LA Rams, right, and you know they have a top 3 defensive tackle and top 3 cornerback. That's when you start creating a whole list of how you're going to scheme around those guys so you can move the ball efficiently early. But when you're going against like the Cincinnati Bengals, you can run your regular offense and then adjust however you need, because the most important thing week by week is to get better at what you've always done.
Right. I guess
you want to master the offense.
I think I worded that wrong. I apologize. How we run the ball 50 times, 60 times 1 week, and we switch up another way. Brady did it. Will we continue to do that? That's what I ask.
Well, if you're going against a weak running defense, you're obviously going to try and run the ball down the throat, right?
Right.
So
it's a week by week.
Right.
I think we'll be more run heavy next year than this past year.
Yeah. Right. I think they're gonna give Tua what he's comfortable with, and that might take 2 or 3 weeks to figure out. But they have an idea right now.
Better not. He's got all preseason to figure it out.
So that's one thing to look forward to, having a play caller that actually call plays that are good for the quarterback, not good for his ego or his
Let's not put it all on Chan, though. He did try to call some. I just think he had a quick.
Chan was terrible. I called that literally in week 3.
He wasn't the ideal person, but he did try to call some plays, and he had a quick hook, and I think that was the issue. But Tua did make a lot of mistakes and
it was deeper than that, bro. I sat in on every Zoom Chan Gailey had. Chan Gailey came here under the understanding that Fitz was going to be his guy. Why do you think that Chan Gailey wasn't told about the quarterback change?
Right. That hit it right on the head. And
here's let's go even deeper. When we ran that hurry up offense against the Chiefs, and Tua started moving the football, and we started getting it rolling, and they asked him after the game, "What did you think about Tua's ability to run the hurry up offense?" He said, "I didn't even know the kid could run that." The very next week, the media asked, Are we gonna see more hurry up? You know what he said? I don't like that hurry up nonsense.
Yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that, and I think that was
right there. You got a guy not calling the game to his quarterback's strengths.
I'm sorry, but week 17 against the Buffalo Bills, that was such a lethargic offense in the first half.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute. You were saying to yourself, but for real, in week 17 against the Bills, when you had to win to get in, and the offense was like you still had training wheels on your quarterback, and then in the second half you said, okay, just do what you want to do, and then you started seeing the ball move. It's like, Chan Gailey's not. He wasn't the guy. He really was.
But this is the frustrating part. They have one of the most talented quarterbacks coming out of college to throw for anticipation, for throwing the medium to long balls, and Gailey made him look so bad that people thought he didn't have an arm. Okay,
right.
how ludicrously
Precisely.
stupid that guy was. I don't know what he was on. He had me completely fooled.
Bro,
had me thinking it was slow.
Rhino. I always go back to, remember the Raiders game, my live reaction?
Yeah. Why are they calling different plays, bro?
When they pulled Tua, and all of a sudden, Chan Gailey started targeting Gesicki on Raekwon McMillan, I lost my shit. Because you should have been doing that all game.
Right.
You
he should have been doing that all season.
That was his weakness. No, I'm talking about in that game. You
know.
knew that was Raekwon's biggest weakness was coverage. Why are you not exposing that? It literally got to the point where, listen, Chan Gailey, it got to a point where he basically, it almost seemed as if, hey, look at what I can do when you put my guy in there.
Yeah.
Looked like he
You think that's what he was doing?
Oh
It
yeah,
felt like it.
Like honestly,
and when I found
felt
out,
like it.
and when I found out that he threw out all of his notes on defensive coordinators in the NFL after he retired, and he was actually going around and hitting up friends he had in the NFL to try and get their notes on defensive coordinators we were facing, I was like, this guy's fucking, we're up the creek with no paddle with this guy.
But this is the thing. Dan Gailey showed that he can call good plays, and he's a good offense coordinator when he wants to be. The issue was he didn't want to be, and that's the problem. That's why he got his ass fired.
And it's not just that.
That's a bad hire in the first place, isn't it?
Well,
that's on Fitz.
Thought that would happen, bro.
That's on Fitz, though, right? Flores went up to Fitz and said, what coordinator could I bring in here that will help us develop a young quarterback? And Fitz, he was in business for himself,
right?
And he suggested Chan Gailey, and that's why if you go back to last August, there was 2 questions I was posing everyone. A, name a quarterback Chan Gailey developed, because Fitz had over 25 professional starts before he went under Chan Gailey. 2, name a playoff game Chan Gailey's ever won as an offensive coordinator. And you can't find an answer for either one. So I was warning people back in August that this might not end pretty.
Yeah, but still, Brian Flores, ultimately, the buck stops with him. And he should have saw that too.
And the thing is, and the biggest
I would
disappointment.
have fired him after the Arizona game.
Absolutely.
When I saw when Godsey was running our offense, we had all of our weapons mainly healthy.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I thought it was
due to
the
COVID.
game.
Due to COVID. No, it was
Right.
the Arizona game.
That COVID hit a lot of our coaches in the Cardinals game.
Yeah, man. Robbie Brown was gone, and Robbie Brown, the quarterback's coach, a lot of stuff was running from Gailey to him. In that game, Godsey just took the reins. Flores gave Godsey the reins that game, and all of our guys were healthy, and look at how they played.
And I don't think Bobby Brown ever really took over coaching duties after that. I think
Robbie Brown got demoted after that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, and look at. Here's the thing,
man.
You never saw Tua go to Robbie Brown, and you never saw Tua pick up the phone, because they got a phone there on the sideline that you can call up to the press box where your coordinator is sitting. He was always going on the Microsoft Surface with who? George Godsey.
Yeah.
And how many times have you seen Tua call anybody out in the Dolphins organization?
And he called Gailey.
There you go, Todd.
He
did. Yeah.
And he called Gailey out in the most polite way when he said that he's not on, that Gailey isn't on that the offense, the players on offense aren't on the same page with Gailey.
Yeah.
He called them out in the most polite way ever.
Yes.
That they were always arguing what play call right up to the game. Him and other playmakers.
Is that Pyro?
Martin? Yeah, it is. Martin nailed it. I guarantee you, Tua was super frustrated that they didn't take off the training wheels, bro.
Yeah.
But I just want to say,
crazy stuff, man.
It's not going to be, all perfect from day one going forward. It's still only a second year. It's going to be a new offense. Like, we're still going to see some struggle. So I just don't want everyone to think, we're definitely going to be better, but just don't think, we're going in and everything's going to be perfect from the start.
No season's perfect, but I'm telling you, if most of the games are like that Arizona game, I'm happy.
It's going to be nice.
Our wide receiving core alone, like I hide it in my evaluation, is going to improve the running game.
Well, I would think just the fact that we have a personality, a defensive team. They know where they can lean on now. I mean, it's different.
You know what, Rhino? We actually, from what I'm gathering and what I've been told, we actually have an identity going into the season.
Yes.
We didn't have that last year with Gailey. That offense did not have an identity at all.
And really, even on defense, we didn't. We figured that out.
Yeah.
About 3 games, we figured it out.
No, the thing about Gailey is that he knew what Tua's strengths were. The RPO, the empty sets, the play action. He knew it. He knew it. He knew what Tua's strengths were, and he didn't apply it, especially in moments where it was needed most, like the Raiders game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Jesus. When we were in the playoffs,
Gailey was loyal to Fitzpatrick.
I mean, this guy was. Raiders game was the end of him. I think the Raiders game is where he made up his mind. This was it.
Yeah,
I agree. And I mean, look, you look at Tua. The guy was what, top 5 in running the no huddle offense and running hurry up. I mean, but guy
Gailey don't like that crap.
Yeah, and the guy was top 5 in running the empty formations, bro. And I'm like, that this guy was the best in Alabama in college football running that stuff, and you can't even apply that to produce positive results like winning football games.
And
it's ridiculous.
Besides that Arizona game, when did he have a full set of receivers?
That's true. When you add that too.
Pyro, why do you have a lion on your face?
No, man, I'm glad Sharif here.
Okay.
Hey, Pyro.
What's up, Mufasa?
I recognize.
What's up, Pyro?
What's good, everybody? I'm glad to be here. Circle of life.
Circle of life.
Don't get me started, y'all. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. But shout out to Sharif. I'm glad you okay, my friend. What's up?
Salute, brother. Salute.
What's up? I did my COVID test yesterday, guys. Got a negative test.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I love hearing that.
Now I can be a healthy lion.
So Pyro,
I was about to say those. We had 3 wide receivers injured in that Buffalo game. So yeah, we got route out of the building, but we would have liked to be healthy too.
what would it take for us to get Henry?
Henry?
Never. That's not
they're never giving up Henry, man.
You can sign some guy named Henry off the street.
That is, you want to talk about an identity of a team? That's their entire identity.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, some of these Dolphin fans, though. I mean, you're gonna.
Now, I wouldn't mind making an offer on AJ Dillon.
Todd,
I wouldn't mind making that offer on AJ Dillon.
Or Kareem Hunt, man.
You're gonna
I don't think they're gonna get rid of Kareem. I think something happens to their starter. That's their backup. That's their number 1 right behind him. You look at what Green Bay has. They have running backs all over the place, and who's the odd man out? Who's the one that's not like all the rest?
Guys, I think they like what they have. I got to be honest with you. I think they like what they have.
I just wanted to say that in a nice way. Sure. I really wanted to just say that in a nice way. Guys, you're just disrespecting the 6th man from the line of scrimmage, okay, in the NFL. Whenever you say you want this, you want that, you're disrespecting the 2nd in the AFC from the line of scrimmage. That's Myles Gaskin. He didn't play 4 games. You're disrespecting your own player.
Hey, hold up. I'm not disrespecting him. I'm picking a player with a whole different skill set that we need.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, what you guys have messed up at, what you guys messed up at is believing they're gonna sign a running back. Come on now. We'll sign another tight end. Shut up.
That can give you the production that Gaskin can give you. You're not gonna find that.
Yeah, but everyone wants to improve it.
Carries anyway. He's only going to get 12 carries anyway.
We want to improve the position, though, Sharif. That's the issue.
He's only going to get 12.
I don't know.
Still is only going to get 12, so you're never going to get that 1,000-yard alpha back. You're going to get an alpha back who's going to get 700 yards. What did you waste that spot for?
Yeah, I don't know if we got Najee or Etienne or Williams. They were going to be held to 700 yards. I don't see that.
Oh no!
I don't.
No. If we would have got one of those guys, they would have been the alpha back, bro.
Or even Gainwell.
Gainwell just would have ended up winning it because, like
you're Irving, man.
Yeah, Irving, you're killing me with the background noise. The thing
bad,
about him, Gainwell is basically very similar skill set to what Etienne would have offered you.
Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying, Sharif. We have some good running backs, but most people don't think they're number ones, right? They're number twos.
They're not. They're complimentary.
They're all number two.
We literally have a bunch of complimentary guys.
Right.
Hmm?
You see, those general managers are gone, man. They're gone.
What are we talking about?
I'm not really sure.
All right, here's that ring.
Oh, someone's.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Sharif is going on about. Really, to be honest.
No, I'm saying you guys are thinking the way old GMs, Ireland, Tannenbaum.
Bro, they tried to trade up. Bro, hold on a sec.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
What are they thinking about that too?
Are we sure that's true?
But I'm just saying, Spielman is gone. Like nobody improve. We don't improve on those type of positions like that.
They tried to.
I'm not disagreeing with them.
Are we sure that that's true?
You guys
Buddy, I was told personally by someone close to the organization that, like, I'm the only one that has the information about them trying to trade up.
I was right there when you said that. But I'm saying, like, in the general consensus, believe in Gaskin.
Yeah. And
Bro,
they don't want to
make a big jump.
First of all, none of y'all believed in Gaskin until this guy came around last year and told y'all what was going to happen in training camp. None of y'all gave Gaskin the time of day. And you're lying to me if you say you did, all right?
No,
that's number one.
I didn't.
My question was, who's Gaskin?
That's number one, okay? Number two, if you think Gaskin is an alpha, I got another thing to tell you, bro.
Tell him.
No, I don't think I think he's a 12 carry guy. And that's what I'm saying.
Preach.
But he's a 12 carry guy with second in the USC from the scrimmage.
But why do I want a 12-year carry guy when I can go out and get a 20 carry guy? What if you get into a game? What if you get? You're going to get into game. You're going to get a game. You're going to get into game. But they're the same back.
That's why you give them 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I might as well give all 24 to Gaskin. They're the same exact style of back.
Right.
Wait, Malcolm Brown is
I am going to say I'm going with Greer. 12-12. I'm not believing
Malcolm
in the
Brown
22
isn't.
guy. I'm not believing in the 22 carry guy. I agree with Greer.
Well, they tried to get two of them this draft. So obviously they do. They just couldn't get them.
Sharif, he needs to stay away from Elephant Graveyard, man.
Oh, yeah. The reason that was the other thing I heard.
But, I heard think, that. You know what, I think about if we had to give up Holland or Eichenberg to get that running back. Would we have had Holland or Eichenberg?
Reason you have to. Hold on.
You have to make some trades. You have to make some trades.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Reason you were talking about how something leaked to the Broncos that we were going to take Javonte.
Yeah,
I heard an update to.
It was verified by Benjamin Albright.
But I heard an update to that it was actually they thought that Atlanta was going to take Holland and they wanted Holland, so they wanted the Broncos to move up with them so we could get Holland. That's what I heard as the update because Atlanta
you heard that
taking
it's
Richie
wrong.
Grant.
It's already been verified by someone that was in the Denver Broncos headquarters, bro.
I know. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying the reason it happened was because they didn't want Atlanta to take Holland, and actually Holland was our 1A and Javonte was our 1B.
Other way around.
Atlanta ended up. No, but think about it. Atlanta ended up taking Richie Grant.
Bro, I'm not even going to have this conversation because I've talked with an insider privately about this, bro. Javonte was 1A, Holland was 1B. Facts. Like, it's already been out there. It's already been verified by people that were in the building of the Denver Broncos.
In the war room.
I know,
like,
but that's my point because it's being verified by the Broncos.
You don't know because why are we arguing this, bro?
Because the Broncos are the one that verified it, not the Dolphins. So I'm saying if they want the Broncos to believe that,
dude,
they
the
want
Broncos
them to move up.
got texted by AFC East rivals of us congratulating on thwarting us for taking Javonte Williams.
I know that. I think that works against it. Like, why would they know what our rivals know what our draft plans are?
Because you got people in different buildings that are friends with each other.
I think we all.
I don't.
It's not surprising you want to running back.
And we kind of all clearly knew we needed a running
even
back.
Albright said, I don't know what's wrong with some of you Dolphin fans. You got to come to the terms and grips of the fact that we didn't get the guy that they originally wanted at that pick.
100%.
Like, come to terms with it, get over it, move on with your life.
No, and there was confirmed text
I don't think
messages.
it's a big deal either
They were
way.
redacted.
I
saw
also
the text
think
messages.
I also think that teams pretty much knew that we need a running back.
Dude, why do you think we got
it's not
jumped?
secret.
Why do you think we got jumped, bro?
Yeah.
Like why are you gonna
Twice.
smoke screen someone into jumping you? Like, if Atlanta wanted Holland that bad, they would have stayed there.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have moved. If they coveted Holland that much, they would not have traded back.
It's not that they coveted him; it's just that they would have taken him.
How do you know that?
If the Broncos didn't
How do you
trade.
know that? Richie Grant was on the top of a lot of people's safety big boards this year.
And I understand
the
that,
Senior
but
Bowl.
we ended up taking Holland, and it's not impossible. It's not too hard to believe that he was also on top of other people's boards. So,
Bro, they picked
he was
him
at the
like
top
a
of the
minute
board.
after.
Listen, but that makes no sense because if you're planning on taking a safety anyways, why are you going to trade back and settle for the guy that's not at the top of your board?
well, you have. I mean, that comes along with what you're
because
getting for.
they're moving
So
back-
is it
they're
better to
moving
have
back
Richie
5
Grant
spots.
and would they get a fourth? Yeah,
They're
but
moving-
is
they're
it
moving
better?
back 5 spots.
Well, why
Yeah, so
you
if it's
even if Atlanta would have stayed there and they do take Javon Holland, we still get our 1A. You know what I mean? The only thing is Denver because they knew we wanted Javonte. So once Javonte
was gone, we
I
took
know,
our 1B.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I don't like is the
that-
idea that they knew because someone in the Dolphins leaked that to them. Without it, with that not being an approved leak, with that being a behind the back kind of thing. I don't like that idea.
You know how
I'd rather not.
many people in the media have ripped us as a fan base for thinking that nothing leaks out of the Miami Dolphins?
But on draft day, when you're coming up on the clock and your guy's there and you're gonna leak to the other team to move up in front of you that you want that guy and they want him too. That's a serious thing. That's not a little thing.
The smoke screen of last year's draft.
But
Like, if you
it
follow
wasn't just
smoke
that. I
screen,
mean,
it's gonna hurt your head, man.
This isn't trying to hide someone's injury if they're gonna play or not. This is you're gonna let your guy go. Someone's gonna leak that to the team who then jumps up in front of you to take that guy.
That guy, yeah, because everyone in the NFL knew we needed a running back.
I don't think anyone leaked it. I just think it was
that's not the story. The story is someone leaked it to them.
The story is they got intel.
Maybe you need to
From
do
the
a show.
Dolphins themselves. It leaked out from the Dolphins room. You said that it was someone.
I never
it had to be
said
like
that.
one of 10
I never
people.
said that. I said I read the fucking article from Michael Silver. I never said that. The exact word used is they got intel that the Dolphins would be taking Javonte Williams at 36.
Is that they got
in the
intel
conversation
from
you
an
had
unknown
after,
source?
I forgot who it was with. You had a conversation after that story, and you were saying that could only be one of like 10 people.
Because there's only 10 people in a war room.
Right, who would know that information?
If the story is true, there's an if involved.
But again, all 10 of those people.
Reason's adamant it is true.
It is true because it's been verified by someone who was in the Broncos war room.
Everyone has an opinion like an asshole. Bro.
So you don't see the issue with that.
Of course,
dude, there's 10 guys in a war room. Be quiet for a sec. There's 10 guys in a war room.
Yeah.
Those 10 people, you think they're only talking to the other 9 in the room? You don't think they're talking to people outside of the room?
They should be.
What are you talking about, bro? You're banning your phones.
Yeah, if you're trying to get trade offers and stuff, but not to tell people who you're going to take, especially the people who end up moving up in front of you.
Dude, they didn't tell them directly.
Yeah, that's the purpose of
how does that become
the wording is they got intel, not someone directly in the war room messaged someone in Denver and said, "Yo, we're taking Javonte Williams."
That's correct.
That is not how it went down at all. Reading comprehension is
how does that go down then?
is our friend here.
Yeah.
But it's not just that.
Yeah. So how does that go down? But how does that go down? Then?
No, really.
I mean,
seriously.
Am I really explaining this again?
You're
There's
serious?
10 people in a war room. You talk to multiple people. All it takes is one of those people to talk to someone else who's a friend at another organization. It doesn't even have to be someone directly in the Broncos. I could have a friend in fucking Kansas City, and I say, yo, I think we're going Javonte Williams here. That guy in Kansas City knows someone in Denver. They hit up the person in Denver and say, yo, they're taking Javonte Williams because we're just having a casual conversation.
Or it could just be pure wisdom. Hey, Dolphins are 2 picks down from now.
I don't understand how this is hard to comprehend here, bro. Like, this is melting my brain right now.
I think he's trying to say it's a serious thing that the information got out, but that's something they have to deal with.
No one's denying that, but we're acting like it can't happen here.
And you don't even.
Matata.
You don't even need the inside
explanation. That was
that's good one. Who said it?
Like,
I'm saying, you don't even need the inside information on anything. You just see the reaction on the on draft day on TV.
You don't need it.
Look at the way the Broncos were celebrating, and then when Miami's
but the issue is that there was the information. I don't.
Yeah,
it's not about them moving up to get Javonte. I'm talking about the story specifically.
Hey, it's
the problem I have with your logic is why is it so hard to believe that when the other is even harder to believe, in my opinion. I mean, it's just easier that it leaked out from
it's
from
a
the
win-win
room.
that way. It's a win-win that what if it's not even a leak? What if it's they just work together? Look, we want Holland, you guys want Javonte, move up with Atlanta, give them whatever they want. You would just take Holland at 30.
You would just take Holland at 36 anyways. You wouldn't need anyone to move up in front of you.
No, if they believe that Holland was Atlanta's target.
Bro, you're just trying to convince yourself that Holland was 1A, dude.
No, no.
Talk about jersey numbers.
That's irrelevant to me. That's irrelevant to me. That's
how the whole conversation started.
Come on, Pyro.
I wanted Javonte there. I didn't want Holland. I want Javonte. What the problem is having to think that kind of thing can happen. That's not a good look. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not.
It happens all the time, though. You're acting like this is the first time in the history of football. Yes,
does it happen all the time on draft day?
Why do you think Tampa Bay traded up? Why do you think Tampa Bay traded up one spot last year to take Tristan Wirfs? Because we were trying to move up and get Tristan Wirfs with San Francisco.
But again, that all could be attributed, like someone said before, just to common knowledge. We know what people need. We know what people are going to want to do.
Knowledge, but this isn't common knowledge. Is that
because there was a story here? Because there's a story here that says it's not. There's a story here that says it was intel.
Where's this? Yeah, there is a story that it was intel. Just like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got the intel that we were trying to move up for Tristan Wirfs from 18 last year. That's why they moved up one spot. It's the exact same thing. Literally.
I agree.
Yeah, like you're literally just being selective. That's all we're doing here.
I'm not being selective. I don't remember a story like this yet last year. If there was, then I'm wrong. But
yeah, because you're not plugged in, bro. Because you're not plugged in.
Was there a public story like this last year, or was it a personal thing that you were talking about?
This came out privately, and then it came out publicly.
All right, I'll have to find that, but I just don't remember that from last year. But I mean, then that's even worse.
Remember, it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Even worse. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that. But that's even worse than if it's 2 years.
But that happens all the time. That happens with other teams too, bro. It's not just us. It's not just us.
We're acting like this is the first time this has ever happened in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
Is it something that you want to happen on your team? In your organization.
Yeah, but it happens all the time.
It happens, man.
It happens.
That's my question. Is it something you would prefer to happen or not?
Tua being the starter, that doesn't matter whether I prefer it. It happens. Tua being named the starter got leaked before Flores could even tell everyone in all the players.
Yes, but that's a problem.
Fitzmagic cried.
Yeah, it's a problem, but it happened. It's a problem,
which is my point.
Nobody's negating that it's a problem, bro. We're just saying it happened.
Issue at hand here, whether it's a problem or not.
It's not with just us. It happens with all teams. You know, when we took Phillips, it came out that Denver wanted to trade up to get Phillips.
They're trying to get back into the 20s if he would have gone into the 20s.
No, I just don't understand why you're so hesitant to believe it. That's what I'm confused by. It's giving me pause.
Because the other explanation makes more sense to me. that they would
that's
work
fine.
together.
Hey, whoa, time out. We need to end it right there then. That's to you. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're entitled to your opinion. But you have to acknowledge this happens a lot. Okay? It happens a lot.
It happens.
That's what you have to. There we go. Well, we can't
I just
acknowledge
gave you an
anything.
example of it happening last year, bro. Close your mouth, open your ears, dude.
I heard. All right.
Seriously.
What are we considering a lot now? That's the question.
Oh
Because-
my god, you know what, bro? You're gone, bro. I can't even put up with you, dude.
That
Dude,
was a
my
little weird.
name is Reason. If you're not gonna use logic and reason, I don't want you up here, dude. Like, oh my lord.
I just found out.
Damn, I can
McCourty
tolerate
is a
Pedro more.
12 I just found out he's a
Bro,
12
all we're
years
doing
better.
is circling the wagon on the fucking same subject, dude.
But if you can't even acknowledge the fact that it happens all the time, I don't know how you move on from that in the conversation.
Bro, why do you think teams trade up in the draft, dude?
And that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like, and I gave him an example of us doing it to another team. We
Dude,
took Phillips.
Why?
'cause it
Here's
came
another
out-
example that happened this year. Why do you think the Eagles traded up to 10 to get ahead of the Giants at 11?
Because they wanted it Smith.
Devontae Smith. So what did the Giants do after the Eagles took him at 10? What did they do? Traded back. Traded back, and then they took Kadarius Toney. Duh!
I have a question. Why do they call it a war room? Why do they call it a war room? Okay. There's secrecy everywhere. Why are they keeping it secret? So they can be ahead of the curve and everyone else. I don't know what the problem was there.
But I was
really
just trying
don't.
to tell him. I was just trying to tell him we did it to another team. You know, the Broncos. They
Right.
wanted Phillips, and we took them. It came out that they were trying to trade back in the 20s to get Phillips, and we took them.
Pyro, we gotta handle new subscribers.
Yo,
with
Pyro.
kid gloves.
Pyro.
What's up?
Let's say I work for Denver, you work for Miami, and let's say Rhino works for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Thank you.
I could be having a conversation with Rhino, just like a casual conversation, and he could be sitting there, and the draft could come up, and it could just come in casual passing that I think we're going running back.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is for Rhino to know you, text you, and then you now know, oh shit. And I could not even be in the war room. I could be in contact with someone who's in the war room.
Mm-hmm.
Reason. All that could take is when we wanted to move up for the running back in the first round, us saying to that team, "Oh, we're not giving up that much." Not when Javonte's on the board, and then it gets back from that team telling somebody.
That's it.
could be
Exactly.
that simple.
It's exactly. They could say, we know they tried to move up with Minnesota to get Najee, who's the consensus number 3 guy left right now. Javonte.
Mm-hmm.
I just
it comes down
what
to
just happened. I
during
don't
the draft.
understand
It comes down to doing
But
the
that's
draft. Teams will love to screw each other over, bro.
Yeah, that's their job.
That's their job. Yeah,
it's a freaking job.
Why would they let you get stronger?
We did it with Raekwon Davis. Like we
But yeah,
over
division rivals.
More believable that we put out some random leak for them just to trade up and take a running back and to move a team off their top safety for a 4th round pick. Like, what? In what world?
Dude. Reverse garbage truck.
Bro, it just doesn't make any sense, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
You know what I don't understand?
and now we're getting into picking and choosing.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
What?
now where I really lost it was, oh, if it's not out there publicly, it must not be true. That's where we were getting towards right there. Bro, you know how much private stuff I've been told that I don't come up here and tell?
More than you probably told.
Exactly, bro. Like I came up and talked about the Minnesota thing because I got the nod to come up and be able to say it.
Can I just say something though? There are multiple stories about how they jumped ahead of us. It's not just one source. I've seen multiple stories about that, and they all verify it. I don't know. Has that changed? I don't understand
Bro,
it.
and Ben Albright's one of the most locked. Ben Albright's one of the most locked in insiders there is out there, bro.
I guess next subject. Right?
No, and there was pictures of text messages where this AFC East rival or whatever had the different chances, like the different let's say probabilities of the Dolphins selecting a certain position, and the highest one was the running back. It was Javonte Williams, and they shared that text message with George Patton, and it was online. It was leaked online. And there's photographical evidence to support this. I just don't get it. Why these people don't believe it.
Is that the one that Albright shared?
I think it was Albright
shared one.
Yeah,
it looked like it was between him and Patton, and basically Albright was gathering intel, and he had the Jets as the Jets, and it had us, and it had running back next to us.
Yeah, that's it.
Here, I'll show you. I'll bring it up. You guys talk.
Yeah. I think you have it. Yeah, let's see.
You know what I don't understand?
Go ahead, Red.
You that's what I'm
is
saying.
that
You
if we
may
wanted
need to do a
Javonte
show
Williams so much and we thought the Bills were going to take him, why didn't we trade up ahead of the Bills?
because the Dolphins may be able to get freaking charges on that guy on the show who texts that message.
They're not going to be charges, bro. Come on now.
maybe they did try, but maybe it was too hard or too much.
I think this is what you're talking about, Irving? This one.
There you go. That's it.
And look at and Tyson Campbell. You know what I mean? And look at right next to us, running back.
Yeah. There you go. And I can't, that's it.
Isn't that tampering by the media?
No.
Just a guess.
Just a guess.
You're doing that.
Yeah, but notice how he
does not get our running back.
Notice how he said guess.
Yeah.
That means basically, I know, this is what I basically
kind of like what Trump did.
Can we just be honest here? They did what they did to us because we stole Phillips.
We screwed them over, bro.
Yeah. So they were going to do it no matter what.
Well, it's the same thing that happened. Look at last year. Again, this came out publicly. The reason why they took J.K. Dobbins in Baltimore with the crowded running back room was because we took Robert Hunt, and that's who they wanted to take.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, teams literally do that to each other.
I know, man. Grimy.
All fair.
Raekwon Davis. How many teams have we heard with Raekwon Davis reason?
I was trying to tell the guys, like, listen,
Flores was clapping.
Teams love to screw each other over in the draft. They love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what kills me is that's a waste of a second-round pick for those teams.
They don't care. They don't care.
Like they said, they don't want you to get stronger.
Yeah, but that's why they also don't win either.
All right,
Yeah,
so this may be a conflicted subject, but where does Aaron Rodgers go?
Nowhere.
I hope he goes to the Raiders so he can haunt Denver twice a year.
Yeah, he's definitely going to the AFC.
I think he's going nowhere. $35 million is a lot of money to lose out
So we want two teams to lose, San Francisco and Denver, for hopping us. Okay.
I hope Green Bay gets rid of their GM before they get rid of Aaron Rodgers, because that GM's a douchebag, man.
Hey, wait. Why do we want Sam? I want San Fran to lose just because we have their first-round picks. I don't want them to lose because they did anything wrong to us.
No, I know, but I'm just letting Pyro take note. Denver, too.
No,
I don't care about Denver.
Yeah, I like care about the 49ers, man. That's all my energy
And
going
the
to
Bills.
right now.
How dare you pop us for our running back?
So we gonna treat the 49ers like how we did the Texans last year, and then get that good.
And listen, guys, I need all of you guys to come together. I need all your energy, spirit bomb. I need all your energy.
Spirit
This
bomb.
guy, man.
I said spirit bomb.
We're gonna get a prayer circle.
Yeah, I
Nah,
know.
man,
You want to burn some sage?
Here, we gotta take
We're
care
all
of
gonna put
freezing.
on our lions. We're all gonna put on our lion names.
That's all
We're gonna have our.
I gotta clarify something though. I have no problem with anyone disagreeing with me or disagreeing with my take. The problem is when you start cherry picking and when you start acting like things don't happen when it's evident to even casual fans that they do, just to kind of fit your narrative, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah. You have to acknowledge facts. You have to acknowledge what's real. You can't.
And it's not even facts.
And
it's content, bro.
just because you don't see it in your local Sun Sentinel doesn't mean it ain't fact.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I think if you when you get into football, even if in the draft process, you should know teams do this all the freaking time. It's ever since day one, man. They've been doing this.
Yeah. So, I mean, it has nothing to do with agreeing. It comes down to not using or disagreeing. It comes down to not using logic, reason, and having a lower comprehension level. Or I'm going to have people like that frustrate me.
He seems like he was trying to push a narrative there. And I was trying to
going
figure out
down
what
the
it
road
was.
of Anthony. You don't need that.
Yeah, because even you stepped in, Ryan, and was like, okay, well, you have to admit that this happened. That's fact. And then he started pushing back on you. And it's like, give me a break, bro.
No, but how do you have a conversation after that? How do you? It's not possible at that point.
And I'm not going to sit there for another 10 minutes and circle this wagon, bro.
He probably had his Adam Gase eyes going. This guy, I got to power up. I got to power up for reason.
Sharif knows all about that.
Sharif, you must be.
He realized he's in fooling with Vegeta. This bitch, this one is a powerful one.
Nah, bro. He took the sensu bean. Retreated. And then he bust out the scouter and said, "Okay, I got a game plan now."
Trying to act like Vegeta, but you end up being nothing more than a Yamcha.
Nothing
Mic drop.
Can you guys make Star Wars comparisons? I don't know what the hell you're talking
Oh,
about.
you come on.
Rhino.
Dragon Ball Z, man.
Really, Rhino?
Are you serious?
Rhino,
Well, I mean,
I'm a grown man. I don't watch cartoons. No.
Yeah. I was about to say,
Don't lie to me. I know you watched The Bad Batch. Don't lie to me. You don't
Haven't
watch
yet.
it.
Oh, that show's good.
Yeah, you said yet. You said yet.
Yes.
So you watch Clone Wars, right?
That'll be no. Hell no.
Oh my God!
I'm 10 years old.
Hey,
Rhino, I'm done.
Rita.
I'm done.
Right. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go beat the bad guys.
Apparently, Clone Wars was pretty good though.
It's
I've never
good.
watched it.
Yeah,
It's
good
good.
storyline. Good storyline.
That is good.
Hey, besides
Isn't
the
Bad
Dolphin
Batch-
fans being
Bad
happy,
Batch-
we got
Bad Batch
I know
takes place
Jason.
after the Clone Wars, I think.
Yeah.
Jason's
Jason's giving me the stink eye.
It's in between. It's in between the Clone Wars and the New Hope.
Hey, Reed.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's in between Clone Wars and New Hope.
They need to make the Clone Wars into movies.
Besides
bro.
You know they did. It was the prequels.
besides us Dolphin fans being happy, I wonder how the Chicago fans are doing down there.
That's what I was.
They finally got a quarterback.
Justin Fields.
They finally got a quarterback and an
Well, it is-
offensive lineman.
Well, Todd, why don't you ask the Bears fan right here? He's right. He's
I
underneath
was
you,
waiting
man.
to hear what he said.
The
Liam,
Bears hibernating down there.
bear down.
They'll ruin Justin Fields in 3 years. Don't worry.
Hey,
Now they need to get someone. Now they need
This is a
someone
nice-
in there other than Nagy.
This is a
I
nice
like
segue
Maggie.
into.
Hey,
this is a
Chan
nice
Daly
seg-
needs a job.
Hey,
Hey,
Bears
hold
are
on.
the Bears are built to win now. You agree, Todd? They're built to win now.
Their
Defensively, yes. Mm-hmm.
Offensively, Justin Fields needs some time. They said they're not going to rush him.
Right. They're
Red
they're
rifle,
still very
baby.
young offensively. Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is a nice segue, but if you guys watched Good Morning Football today, dude, I mean, just the utter hypocrisy that pours out of Kyle Brandt, because both of them are Tua doubters. They're the biggest Tua haters on the Good Morning Football, crew, and he was responding to the Bears putting Andy Dalton as QB1 on Twitter, right? And he's like, he wears a shirt. No, I'm going to go a different direction. Justin Fields is the QB1 for the Chicago Bears. I'm like, this dude hasn't even, and it's good. And I love Justin Fields. Don't get me wrong. I think this guy's going to be very successful, but this guy hasn't even played a single mini camp, not even a rookie mini camp. Hasn't even played a single down in the NFL, and you're already calling him a QB1. But if you try to call Tua a QB1, it's a question mark. Oh, we're not sure. Oh, we don't know if he's the future quarterback of the Dolphins. The Dolphins should maybe draft a quarterback next year in 2023, dude. And I saw the video by Cali girl. What's her name? I forgot. Tyler. Yeah, Tyler. And it was. I loved it. I loved it. And it was just the hypocrisy that just pours out of this media, man. It's just. It's beyond ridiculous, man.
It's old.
Yeah, you gotta let it go, man.
What pisses me off so much is they're always on Tua, but nothing about Burrow. I mean, come on. We all know Burrow is not going to be the same. Like Reason said, his sneaky athleticism, he is not going to have that no more. But we want to be stuck on Tua. Cincinnati has the QB problem, in my opinion. They're the ones that need to be thinking of a backup plan, not us.
And why the Cincinnati Bengals not being linked to Aaron Rodgers? Like, I don't understand that. Like,
exactly.
They're the ones with the injured QB, like not us. We have the healthy QB.
Well, they don't.
After
They
all the
don't.
shit
They
that
don't.
talk,
They don't
you know?
have the. They don't have the capital that we have. So
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, I'm saying, like,
No, that's
Yeah,
why
you know.
it takes more than one thing. It takes Herbert playing amazing. It takes Tua having a slower second half, and it takes a team having a lot of capital, which we have all three. So
I can see Herbert having a bad year period with the whole new coaching staff.
It's going to be hard for Herbert to regress because he.
You got to rock that
center.
Keenan Allen is a potential All-Pro Pro Bowler. Keenan Allen is a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, but
Mike Williams.
Are they going to keep the same system though that he's used to?
Well, he did really well under 1 year in one system. So
yeah, I was going to say, honestly, when it comes to systems is just a way of operating an offense. But the players are the players, man. It's either you got guys that can, get off the line of scrimmage and catch a football, or you got guys that get hemmed up every play. And Herbert just lucked up as far as how they built that team around. Like I compare Herbert's situation like Andrew Luck when he went to Indianapolis. Everything was already in place. You just needed to be inserted in there. Well, yeah, that is true. The offensive line struggled, but I'm just saying Peyton Manning was built for that 2012 team. He was built for the 2011 team. It's just that he had that neck issue. So you take out Peyton Manning, and then you put in like a Curtis Painter, you go 2-14, right? But as soon as you put in Andrew Luck, it's pretty much the same team. They go 11-5. So all I'm saying is, when Phillip Rivers left the Chargers, that was still the same team. It's just that, okay, now we're going to draft Justin Herbert, who got in because the team doctor punctured Tyrod Taylor's lungs before one of the games. Like he just inherited, a well put together team, a well put together offense. So that contributed mostly to his success. He just had really good players in place already. But the Dolphins are still trying to find something.
He also had a good quarterback coach with Pep Hamilton.
Pep was nice. I wish Jim Caldwell would have just, stuck it out, man. Like I don't know what the issue was, why he decided to part ways with the Dolphins. Obviously they're talking about medical, but I doubt it because he was in line to get this Texans head coaching job. So I believe that it wasn't quite the medical situation.
He got sick by surprise.
Right, almost like Urban Myers at UF or something. But I'm just saying, if Jim Caldwell would have stayed with the Dolphins and would have surveyed Tua, mentored Tua, I think Tua would have been a lot better off.
Now,
because Brown wasn't the guy.
But that goes back to Gailey too. What do you think? Gailey might have had a reason why Caldwell didn't stay.
Maybe, yeah. That's a very good point. That potentially could have played into him saying, I don't really want to work under this type of that potentially, yeah. But either way, there's a lot more teams that need to be in the mix of where Aaron Rodgers should go instead of the Dolphins, and the usual suspects of where these quarterbacks should end up. To a struggle at times.
I'm
we
praying
know that.
Rodgers. I'm serious. I'm praying Rodgers ends up with the Raiders because they don't have a defense to make it a complete team like the Broncos would.
I'm not.
I didn't even pay attention to the Raiders draft.
Do you think even with Rodgers, the Broncos are beating Kansas City in that offensive line right now?
No. But what about the receivers they have? They can at least keep it close. You know what I mean? With all those receivers Denver has.
And you got Javonte Williams as well, sadly.
Well, they'd have a running game between Gordon and Javonte.
Yeah.
And they have a strong defense as well.
You know, yes, in Oakland they would have a running game, but it's now a whole new offensive line. And then you got the defense, which is very, very suspect. You know, it would be Rodgers would almost be Green Bay would almost be saying, "Here, go to a worse situation."
I think Texans and Green Bay is a good swap. Reason do you think we can franchise Ogba? I was thinking about that today.
You can't. No.
Okay.
No. Just because of his tenure, right down the NFL, you can't franchise.
And the person you're going to franchise is Gesicki over Ogba anyway.
Yeah,
true.
You know what I think needs to happen with that Aaron Rodgers thing. Russell Wilson wants out of Seattle. Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. Do a swap. Do a QB swap. Send Wilson to Green Bay and Rodgers to Seattle. There you go.
I don't think they're going to keep Rodgers in the NFC. Look what they did with Favre, right? To trade him to the AFC.
Yeah,
and then if the AFC team was going to trade him to the NFC, they'd lose even more picks. It was written into the deal.
No. What was in that deal was if the Jets traded him to the Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings. That's it. Thank you.
And where did he end up going anyways, right?
The Vikings.
But you guys don't think if you could get a guy like Wilson in return, they would do it?
They don't need a quarterback. They have Jordan Love.
I know.
Jordan Love. Jordan Love, bro. Not going to lie. Terrible.
You know what they need to do with this Rodgers thing is keep us out of their mouth.
Say again, Todd?
I said what they need to do with this Rodgers thing is keep us out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am so sick of it.
So sick of it. Me too, bro. Me too.
Now that you said that reason, you think Khalil Mack in a couple of picks for Aaron Rodgers?
They just drafted Justin Fields.
Yeah, but he could sit.
Right.
If there was any NFC team, if they were forced to do it to an NFC team,
I'd send him to Philadelphia.
You know what would be the scary place for him though? Is Washington.
Yeah. Well, Washington's defense is complete.
But Philly, I can get so much out of you. I can get 3 first-round draft picks next year once that Carson second round turns into a first.
And Jaylen
I agree.
They have our pick, yeah.
I agree, and then at the same time, you're screwing them.
But they would. I'm telling you right now, they'd trade him to the AFC. Like the Raiders would make more sense.
But
you know, I'm afraid where you go.
If you send him to Philly, that's a worse ownership than what he has in Green Bay. He would go nuts.
You can't do anything. He doesn't have a no trade clause.
Reason.
Yeah, I know.
You know what would be the worst place for him to go for us? The Patriots.
Oh, don't even put that in there. Don't even say that.
I don't think they would, though. They don't have the cap. They don't even have the cap to afford Jimmy G.
They have no weapons.
That's why they drafted Mac. That's why they drafted Mac, was because they couldn't afford Jimmy G's contract.
If freaking Rodgers came to the AFC, can you just look at all the QBs in the AFC? Jesus
It's gonna be
Christ.
tough. Yeah.
And then look at the QBs in the NFC.
Yeah. I think he will. If he does get traded, I think Ryan's going to be right, though. They're going to try and force his hand and make him at least like sit out or whatever. But I think it would, like, in terms of like he's not leaving Green Bay. But I think the team that does make the most sense, the teams that make the most sense would be in the AFC if they're going to move him.
If they do trade him, it's not going to be at least till after June 1st because their cap hit goes down after that.
Yeah, the dead cap that they would have.
You got to put Indianapolis in there, eh?
No, they got Carson Wentz.
All right.
And then who's the only good QBs left in the NFC if Aaron Rodgers leaves?
Well, you got a bunch of young, right? Like Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler.
Russell is obviously older. Dak.
Honestly, if Rodgers
Matt
leaves,
Ryan,
Tom Brady's
I
going to
still
have an
like
easier time.
Say again.
I think Rodgers.
Like Tom Brady's going to have an easier time if Aaron Rodgers is gone.
Yeah.
True.
Not so
Bro,
fast. 'Cause
how many
Jordan
interceptions did he throw in that game?
3.
Tom Brady threw 3. Aaron Rodgers threw
and they still
1.
won. That's a pretty easy time already as is. Jesus.
Their defense is insane. And the fact they brought everyone back.
Like a team that would make sense if he's going to go in the NFC are the Saints.
Beat them out early for the division.
Or if you want to move them to a East team, you know, dare I say, you move them to the Texans.
Clean swap.
Like
let them ride it out, buddy. You wanted to get moved, boom. But
Jordan Love
I think Denver and Las Vegas would make the most sense in the AFC.
True.
Yeah.
The Saints, they would probably do it because they got to try and give up a whole bunch of capital back.
Yeah, do they even have the cap room with the way
Well,
they're
they have players. They have players worth money that they can move.
Like Alvin Kamara.
Right.
To make up.
That Khalil Mack
They can trade Armstead. They can try. They got. They can if they can move Lattimore. So I mean, they got players they can move with money attached to them, plus draft picks. But I mean, the Rams got Stafford. Arizona has Kyler. San Fran just drafted Trey Lance. The Seahawks have Russell. Atlanta has Matt Ryan, like Martin said. Carolina just traded for Darnold. Tampa has Brady. The Vikings have Cousins, and they wouldn't do a deal anyways.
Division.
Yeah, they wouldn't go in the division, right? The Redskins would make a lot of sense. Whoever said that, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The Eagles would make a ton of sense because I know internally they don't believe in Jalen Hurts. This could be the last year for Daniel Jones to show he's got it.
True.
This is definitely his last year.
Dallas ain't moving off Dak. Right?
Mhm.
The Jets just drafted a quarterback. The Bills have their quarterback. The Patriots have their quarterback. One more year of Big Ben in Pittsburgh. Baker's the quarterback in Cleveland. The Bengals have their quarterback. The Ravens have their quarterback. The Texans don't have fuck all. The Indianapolis Colts just traded for Wentz. The Jaguars just drafted Lawrence. Tennessee seems pretty content with Ryan Tannehill. You know, Denver, yeah, that makes sense. Kansas City has their quarterback, obviously, and the Raiders make sense. And Los Angeles has their quarterback. So it's really what? Denver, Las Vegas, Houston, Carolina,
Washington football team,
and the Saints.
I like
That's
how
about
you throw in the Tennessee's content with Tannehill.
Hey.
I mean, spade to spade.
If you can win games only throwing 8 times a game, then I guess they're content with them, bro.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
You're gonna have to drop the list. You're gonna have to drop the
That'll
list.
do, donkey. That'll do.
All right, guys. Well, I'm about to drive home. You all have a good night.
You too, buddy.
Man. Be safe, bro.
Thank you for having me, Reason.
No problem, buddy. Have a good night.
See you, Todd.
All right,
Todd. Later, man.
All right. Well, let's go for like 12 more minutes. We'll round it out at 2 hours and 30 minutes. No, Martina, I mentioned the Steelers. They brought back Ben Roethlisberger for 1 year, right?
This is definitely his last year. The fact that they didn't go offensive line.
Told y'all they'd go Najee.
I'm just saying, like, they didn't go offensive line, like,
because they have young kids on the come up right now.
Yeah.
Like that offensive line was pretty trash for last year.
There's a lot of young players that they're gonna give an opportunity to develop. Yeah. And I really like most of their guys.
Can you knock them for the first 2 picks being Najee Harris and Pat Freiermuth?
Not at all. My goodness.
I think
Damn.
he's the second
Arguably the
tight
best
end on
running
the
back
board,
and the best tight end. And the reason I say arguably the best tight end is because Kyle Pitts admittedly knows that he has a ways to go as far as reaching his ceiling because he's a former quarterback, switched to tight end.
Yep.
But Pat Freiermuth was the tight end from the jump. Like he's a natural. Mhm.
We talk about how complete and rounded out Hunter Long is.
Yeah.
Pat Freiermuth is complete and rounded out, bro.
Yes, with ability as a playmaker in the receiving game, man.
Bro, the problem is everyone's got recency bias, right? So
yes,
they don't remember. They don't remember what Pat Freiermuth did in 20. Ask Rhino.
do.
Rhino loves Pat Freiermuth, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Can
you imagine if we got him?
Dude, I would have. I'm sorry. Love you, Javon. I would have taken Tevin Jenkins at 36. I could have taken Javon Holland at 36, Pat Freiermuth at 50, and then Spencer Brown at 81. And I wouldn't have had to trade my third next year.
I would have been so happy with that.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
That would have been nasty.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Freiermuth and Gesicki, the Penn State boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Baby Gronk. There's a reason why they call Freiermuth Baby Gronk, man. I'm just telling you.
Do you think Ecklenberg makes a big impact at right tackle, guys?
I think it's going to be solid.
Right. That's exactly
Day
what I
one
was
starter,
thinking.
probably.
That's the blind side of Tua, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
Day one consistency.
So they must trust him.
Whoever said it, I don't know whether it's Martin or Rhino. He's a day one starter, but that's because look around the room. What do you have?
Right.
Day one.
He's a solid
His
piece.
arms worry me.
He's a solid piece to protect Tua.
The length of it.
Yeah.
His length.
Yeah, 32 and
yeah, but it's like you
3-3.
said, he didn't give up any sacks for 2 years, so
Yeah,
You got Jesse Davis and Panky backups.
Yeah.
Panky's
Jesse
still
Davis.
even there.
Yeah, Panky's still here. Mhm.
He was a good undrafted project last year.
It's Jesse Davis and Fluker are going to be your two main backups.
Yeah, Fluker,
right.
Fluker, Panky, and Jesse Davis. Yeah.
I'll take Jesse Davis at right tackle only. I wouldn't swing him inside at all. But with Eichenberg is going to be a solid piece to protect Tua. Tua doesn't need too much. Like he just needs competent blocking at right tackle.
That's all you need. Time. That's all you need.
He doesn't need 3.5 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He just needs competent blocking.
Second and 5.
When I say time, I mean like to get a rhythm. What I was trying to say.
Precisely. Yeah.
And
the
Josh
thing is,
Allen have.
No, what he
and the
needs
thing is with-
to share his life when he drops back.
Yeah, and the thing is with Liam Eichenberg, he has the highest floor out of all the tackles in this draft class.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not like he doesn't have he doesn't have the highest ceiling. He's not the most athletic, but
he has one of the lowest ceilings out of all the tackles in the draft.
Very true.
Right.
Very true.
No, but the highest floor is lowest ceiling. Yeah. Like he's gonna be a solid day one contributor, and he's gonna do his job. He's not gonna give up many sacks. He's gonna try to limit the quarterback hurries.
That's why
thinking out, eh?
But that's why that. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, which means he's peaking out early, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it's like Reason said the other day. He's very disciplined. He's always in front of where he needs to be. He doesn't have the catch up speed if he makes a mistake, so he tries not to make a mistake. So
good technique, wide base. Pretty good footwork. His hand placement.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy too. So
he isn't the late bloomer.
He's 302 pounds.
He's essentially the most competent tackle.
Later.
All right, man. All right,
take care, man.
He's easily one of the most competent tackles you want to put as your blind side because A, he doesn't miss assignments. B, like Reason is explaining, his technique is the reason why he consistently wins his battles in the trenches. He's not built like a prototype offensive tackle. His arms, he has like the T-Rex arm syndrome.
32 and a half arms, right?
Right.
Under half. It's 32.28 inches.
So he has to win the technique battle every single time, and he knows it. That's why his floor is so high because he's mastered his technique. Most of these guys who have high ceilings still haven't mastered their technique. They have crazy athleticism and they have crazy strength and attributes, but the technique is really what separates
Right.
a good offensive tackle from a great offensive tackle. And right
So,
now,
Like I would say
he's great in his technique.
his length, his hands, and his athleticism are probably his biggest weaknesses. And the hands kind of plays off the length because he'll overextend his arms and get caught holding on longer guys.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes
because he doesn't have the foot speed or the athleticism to keep up with lengthy
really
speed rushers.
He's got really good feet, though.
Yes.
Yes, he has good feet.
Yeah.
And I was looking at when I was playing Madden, when we put Gesicki out as the Y, the 1Y, and then we have a 3 tight end set, and we call the offensive lineman. Boy, we're gonna smash the piece out of you.
But like you said, reason I saw that I noted on film that when he gets in front of his defensive end, his rusher that he's assigned to, he once he squares up the defensive end, there's nowhere that guy's gonna go.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. That's it.
He's disciplined.
I really believe
is so good,
that
bro.
we have an advantage running the ball on first down than we ever before had. I really believe that.
I'm more.
He's a really good run blocker too.
He's very sufficient. Yeah. I'm more caught up in how this interior is gonna look with Kinley, Skura, and Robert Hunt. Because we kept explaining, as soon as you bump in Robert Hunt and you have Kinley on the other side, you're creating this massive wall, right, for Tua to step
Great
into.
Wall of China, bro.
And then
once Tua finds that rhythm, and Pyro, you mentioned it. He doesn't need time. He just needs to catch his rhythm.
Yes.
Tua's rhythm is predicated on stepping up into that pocket. And once those guys from left guard to right guard just find ways to work off of each other and keep that pocket clean, man, we're really gonna see, what we've been expecting to see once those guys in the front take care of that little business.
You're absolutely correct, Martin. This is why I tell the Dolphin fans, watch Reason's episode from 60 and up. You'll be able to see the all 22s from this season past. Why is that important? Because you'll see how Karros didn't keep Kinley clean at all. And so if Skura could give the chance to keep Kinley clean, you kick Hunt inside. Think of this, on first down, it's not going to be a cloud of dust. Somebody's defensive lineman is going to be hurt.
Dude, Karras and Flowers blocked each
I'm
other.
telling you,
It's a
man.
Denver game, bro.
We all 22 exposed them all. That's why I didn't want
It's so
Eric
bad. It was so bad last
Oh,
year.
bro! As soon as we put Flowers in that lineup, bro. Oh my God!
Can you imagine that interior? Flowers, Karras, and Jesse Davis. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Bro.
It's terrible.
Nah. You can't work with that. No.
Man, they blocked each other, bro. They blocked each other.
Listen, Rhino,
I saw that,
I
Rhino.
could get fresh on to him.
So if we get second and 6, give me 2nd and 6. I can deal with that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
But I still love the fact we got a guy like Jaylen Waddle, where I'm telling you, there's going to be times where we can easily do like those jet sweeps, those like little, snap the ball in shotgun and toss it right in front of the motioning receiver.
Grant, right.
Yeah, like there's going to be times where we're going to really use Jaylen Waddle to our advantage in situational football. And I missed the film session early, but I can tell anytime Jaylen Waddle has the ball in his hands.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah, I missed it too.
Yeah, and what I do know is anytime Jaylen Waddle has the opportunity to make a play on the football, you can guarantee, man, this guy, and I'm glad Nick Saban made the comparison Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan as far as his competitive juices. This guy literally attacks the football like that's his life. Like he needs to make a play on the football, and I kept saying it. I kept saying it earlier. When you have that type of personality and that type of mentality inside your wide receiver room, guys that just did not quite step up, like a Preston Williams that had uncharacteristic drops last season, or even DVP, who, I don't know if you all remember, like we were up all in Kansas City and we were driving and we had a touchdown, and DVP dropped the corner route for the touchdown from Tua, and we ended up kicking the field goal. Like making it 14-0 versus 10-0 is a little different in the minds of your opponent. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, when you have a guy like Waddle that emphasizes make that play, those type of catches that DVP dropped last year, or Preston Williams dropped last year, or whomever,
he's catching that.
You're gonna have to catch that, because if you don't trust and believe, Tua is not going to look for you anymore, because he has a guy. He has a guy for sure that's gonna make that play on that football, because that's what that guy does. So I'm just saying, this Jaylen Waddle experience is gonna be interesting to see. Antonio Brown is a good comparison as far as what he can potentially become in this offense. It really is.
Because he never stops running out of his cut. And I always go back to when Preston Wilson twisted his foot, the mesh route. Preston just sat right there in the zone when the X receiver went and cleared out the safety. He turned right there. That's Waddle. But he's not gonna hurt his foot there. He's just gonna dance into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We reached the 2-hour, 30-minute mark. Let's go through some final thoughts. Let's start with you, Irving. Your final thoughts. All right. Irving isn't there. All right, Rhino, let's get you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, man, I'm just, hopefully, my hope for Jaylen Waddle is that he becomes our franchise wide receiver in the near future. That's what we drafted him to be, not just a mere weapon for Tua's development. We're expecting him to be our X, soon, and hopefully if Will Fuller can stay healthy and he can ball out this year, maybe he can be our Z, our wide receiver number 2, and maybe make Parker Preston expendable. So, I'm really excited about the, because Jaylen Waddle just adds another dimension to our offense that we lacked last year, and that was explosiveness, yards after catch, and of course reliability. A lot of our receivers, they suffer with drops. They couldn't stay on the field. Availability, and just like like great coaches say, the best ability of a receiver is availability, or any player for that matter. So, hopefully, that these guys can give us that next year, that we can stay healthy to expand Tua's, Tua's the potential, and hopefully that he could be our franchise quarterback of the future. So I'm not worried about Jaylen Waddle's potential, and I'm not worried about Tua's. As long as these guys can, can operate like a well-oiled machine, we'll be good. So, our defense finally has an identity. We're going to be nasty. We're going to have that nasty front seven. We have that deep secondary. Anything that these offenses try to throw at us, we'll be ready. So I'm looking forward to mini camp and OTAs and all that. So it's an exciting time for us Dolphin fans. So fins up, man.
Rhino, your final thoughts, bro.
Yeah, man, we're May 7th, 235 episodes into your journey as a streamer. I just want to say thank you for having me on the show. As always, a great round table. Just want everyone to remember that there's a lot of work that gets put in by Reason, and we're lucky as Dolphin fans to have such a great community, but to have someone who leads us in the film study and the logic of the game and the concepts and that the team follows. So, and I don't think Waddle. I think Waddle's going to be a high point for this team. I really do. I think at some point they're going to lean on him pretty heavily because he's that talented. And I just want to say fins up. And I can't wait till training camp and everything starts to happen in a couple months.
Martin, your final thoughts, bro.
I'm gonna say ditto to Rhino. I didn't know 235 episodes, man.
Crazy.
That's a big deal, bro. Congratulations,
It's an
man.
accomplishment, man. Yeah, for sure.
For real, deep. I'll go ahead and parrot the same things that we're saying about Jaylen Waddle. He will be eventually our wide receiver 1. He will be eventually a top 10 wide receiver in this league. As a rookie, I don't know, but I believe he will live up to that expectation that we have for him for the number 6 overall pick. And I'm more excited about Tua finally having a guy that he knows he can just rely on down by down, and there's no more second guessing for this kid, because we saw some hesitation last year, whether it be in throws, stepping up into the pocket, maintaining your first second read. He just didn't trust it altogether because last year was a mess. Now we're going into this season, things are going to be much more constructed for him, and I'm just glad Jaylen Waddle's on this team, man. And fins up, man.
Pyro, your final thoughts, bro.
I'm pretty much in agreement with both Rhino and Martin. 235 episodes, man. That's a huge milestone. Let's get it up to 240, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this train going. But I'm glad we're so lucky to be able to land this dynamic player, Waddle. And it's crazy that every player that we draft so far, every team, every fan base and media has to kind of doubt them. Because I see on social media, a lot of people say, "Oh, we should have got Smith or Chase and stuff like that." It's like, just wait till the season start. I'm tired of arguing with them. We just gotta put it up there and let everybody know. Fins up.
Yes, sir.
Sharif, your final thoughts.
Hey, Mr. Tom Garfinkel, we need to get Reason's resume and have that all up in there in the Dolphins facility. Because Richmond Webb, we need to campaign so we can get him into the Hall of Fame. And I want to thank Mr. Chris Greer. I know y'all watch this channel because this man is all in the all 22 or nothing. So I know y'all watch this channel. And maybe we be dropping too much dimes, Reason, giving Denver links to skip us in our draft picks. So we got to keep this shit behind closed doors sometime. But I want y'all to acknowledge and give thanks for Chris Greer filling our wide receiver room, because like I said, in that Buffalo game we were down 3 wide receivers. So yes, we got round out of the building. Tua didn't have anyone to throw to. We lucked out the previous game. Remember the Hollins catch?
We need to stop filling our tight end room.
Right. Exactly. So it seems like we want to get back to this Aaron Hernandez with Gesicki, Gronk thing. I don't know what they want to try, but that's a lot of tight ends. But yeah, man, fins up. And I thank you for the wide receivers once again, because even if we get hurt 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers, we still have competent wide receivers who can take over.
I agree.
And guys, I forgot to roll it earlier, but I'll roll it right now. Here are the numbers for the new Dolphins and some of the changes that have gone on for some current tenured players.
Big Monogamy 9.
Yeah.
Holland 22.
McCourty 30.
No, my biggest takeaway is that shouts to Albert Wilson, man. Still on the team, man. I hope he make it. I do, man. I think him and Waddle together. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He gonna be working at Piggly Wiggly's, man.
Yeah.
He gonna be working at Piggly Wiggly's, Wilson.
Yeah. One more time before we get out of here so everyone sees it. Fuller 3, Sinnott.
Yeah.
James Bowden took 6. Hearns, your ass gonna get cut, and so we can give that number 8 to my boy Javon Holland.
He need to back up off that 8, man.
Hey, McKinney got Ronnie Brown's number.
McKinney's 50.
Yeah, Doak's got Ronnie Brown's number.
Yeah, I seen that right on McKinney.
Nice.
I was looking at it.
That's a nice number, man.
But you know it would be even better. Them wearing the freaking jerseys. Come on, Dolphins. Every team got that going on.
Appreciate you, Josh.
Thanks,
Shout out to Josh.
$4.99 donation. Great show, Reason, and everyone on the panel. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back Monday night. Next week, we'll do the Jalen Phillips prospect review. Until then, y'all already know what time it is.
Oh, man.
Peace.
Let's get